looking good.
Oh,
That's what's
That's
up.
fantastic.
I love
Excellent.
it.
I love it.
Welcome to the upgraded Thursday night D&D, baby. How about that? I hope you.
That was beautiful.
You're the favorites.
I didn't technically say that,
Yeah,
but you're
we
totally
can
a favorite.
extrapolate.
Yeah.
Way better way to spend the workday.
Yeah. So we have our new intro. We'll have that up on YouTube to check out. Oh, in fact, we should send that out on a
Blast it out on the places.
Oh man, I forgot to do the. I'm such a bad tweeter. Twitter. Are you a tweeter or a Twitter?
Tweetist?
A tweetist?
I don't know. I
I don't have a Twitter. I don't know, dude.
I was supposed to attach a video to my tweet and then I didn't.
Oh,
Darn it.
no.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it's
The
terrible.
only reason I even use Twitter is because my Instagram automatically posts to it.
Misfire.
Oh, I can delete
Same
tweets,
reason I
though,
use
can't I?
Facebook.
Oh yeah, look, I'll delete that.
Man,
Do
my
this.
Instagram is separate because I don't
I'm so
want to
terrible, I know.
Twitter for my cosplay stuff.
Yeah, so Thursday. So we have a cool new intro video. It's a little short, which is, I guess that's good. I don't know how long I want to make stuff like that. So we'll definitely be playing with more of that as we go on.
Try it again at the midpoint when we come back from break.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And we'll have it on our Discord as well, and we'll put it up there. But
It's everywhere.
It will be everywhere soon. And it's Thursday, man. We have made it another week, my friends. The world has survived one more arc. Okay, John, what is the arc of the Earth in a week around the sun? What's the how many
Doesn't
degrees?
divide evenly, so I don't know. 152.
Well, yes, I
52nd.
could have said that. Come on, John. You're supposed to be like our statistician or something, I guess. I don't know.
That was a stat. It doesn't divide evenly.
I guess it is a stat.
Not wrong.
That's why we have leap years.
I didn't update the panels for Twitch. Darn it, those are my thing too. I need to get Christian's information on the Twitch panels. I will update the Twitch panels with our artist information, the guy who does all the amazing artwork that we have on the channel. So we'll get his name out there and get him set up as well.
Woo.
We're even working on
Doing that
a
love.
merch store because our crew, I guess Anna mostly for this one, came up with an amazing idea for a meme,
Kind of a meme.
theme, a something.
It's meme-ish.
And then our artist came out and he put together this graphic that is just fire. It's amazing. So we're gonna get all that stuff set up for you guys.
Can't wait for the crop tops. Everyone has to wear a crop top.
Wait.
Hey, beware what you ask for.
I don't
Everyone
know.
has to wear a crop top. I am fully aware of what I'm asking for. As someone who always wears crop tops, I'm aware.
I don't know. 10 years ago, I would be more inclined to wear a crop top. These days, I don't know, man. It's more of a mushroom
the
top
cameras
or
only
something.
have like from here up, so like you're not even gonna see the stomach.
That's true. I could be wearing a crop top now for all we know. I might be.
That's Roy telling us he's wearing a crop top right now.
That's his way of letting us know.
Hey, look, I'm not wearing pants either, but you know.
Ooh, we're going Skype interview.
Hey, man. Cool. So it is. It's Thursday night, and I am thrilled to be here. I know we have a kind of a lot going on in game. John, do you have our weekly recap of sort of
Sure
where we
do.
are? This guy.
So last week we picked up with sorting out some of the tavern business since it's in full swing now. We were finding out it was going to cost 180 gold per month to run the tavern, and we'd have a base revenue of 100 gold a month, and we'd have abilities to do different things to increase that depending on how risky we wanted to be. So of course we went for the riskiest maneuver and didn't roll well, and so we're just making 100 gold this month, meaning we lose 80 gold on expenses. But we'll see if we can change that up at all with any of our other adventures. But in the first 10 day of that month, Zavroski's main plan was to promote the tavern with local businesses, kind of give shout outs to the local businesses in return for potential favors or what have you. Elona was on a mission to track down more Wish, as she learned that her supplier was out for now. So her first plan is to hit up Yagra. We'll see how that goes. Cole was practicing with a weapon master while not working at the bar, training up. And Jake's main goal was to court the Blackstaff. So the first event of that first 10-day was out in Trollskull Alley. Fala, one of our neighboring shopkeepers, who was a wood elf, was protesting by holding up a sign that Duskwood paper equals murder outside
People.
A one-person protest.
Yep. Against a Dragonborn owner of a shop that was selling Duskwood scrolls. Most of the party kind of ignored it, but Zavroski ended up talking to the two, and he entered the shop. And the Dragonborn was asking for his help in either getting rid of Fala or what have you, and Zavroski decided he'd try and find a different way to supply the Dragonborn with paper that was not murder.
So by that standard, isn't all paper murder? Or you just
Yeah.
murdering a different race or something? It's
We'll figure that out later.
And trees are people too, man.
Yep.
sometimes.
So with that, Jake heard about Zavroski's plan, and they agreed that going to the Blackstaff to figure this out would be a great idea. So Jake and Zavroski left that way on their journey. They noticed a small creature running through the crowd that bumped into Zavroski. It was a mechanical wooden humanoid creature who they later identified as a Nimblewright, which is pretty much just a super expensive messenger for the wealthy elite to send messages to each other.
Or a toy. Sending messages is like one thing it can do. It's a sort of
Right. Yeah.
The other thing is it's
semi-intelligent.
like a TV. Just put your kids in front of it and
Could be, yeah.
Is that how Jake was raised?
Entertain the children.
That's how Jake was raised, right?
Yeah, they're these sort of semi-intelligent golems or mechanized creatures, things.
Sure, Jake's dad would have preferred that over him hanging out with Elona.
That's very true, actually.
After we saw the Nimblewright, we eventually got to the Blackstaff. Jake pulled out some stops with the doorkeep to get us an audience, as she ended up being free for the day. Jake showed off the fact that he'd acquired some magical skills, almost getting a reaction out of Vajra with almost a smirk, but not quite, as he made an illusion of himself without a shirt on, doing a great
Boom.
pose. With that, Vajra agreed that she could help us if we helped her. She told us that there was a young bronze dragon that had taken residence in the Waterdeep harbor, and we're supposed to go find out what its intentions are and deal with it if need be. While that was happening, Elona went to visit Yagra, but found Dabble at the yawning portal. She did interrupt him as he was dealing with another contact, doing some good old Zentarum business, and almost insulted the contact.
I'm
As
more
she told him
important, God damn it.
Almost
to get
she
out of here.
Definitely
100%.
insulted that guy.
I'm more
And
important.
Dabble told her to have some drinks before.
I think his
And
words
then
were,
he'd deal with
have
her
a
later."
drink on my tab.
He said drinks. There was an S.
She heard drinks and had a good chunk of shots before.
I think she walked away with a bottle, didn't she?
That was the second time I walked away from
Oh,
the bottle.
yeah.
Afterwards, I walked away with one of the most expensive bottles there.
Yeah. And once they got to sit down, Dabble, she inquired with Dabble about finding more wish, and Dabble kind of revealed that the Zentarum don't really deal with hard drugs anymore. They've gotten to the business of finance more, as that's much more lucrative and less dangerous seeming. But he did tell Elona that the Xanathar are really looking for somebody to tell them about who actually tipped off the guards, and they'd pay well for that. And Dabble also mentioned if Elona got information on a Xanathar contact or location, he would pay her for that. So after she didn't really get anything she found very worthwhile from Dabble, she kind of took another bottle on his tab and left.
How dare he not give me drugs?
You know where the drugs are. You're just holding them all for yourself.
If he doesn't give me drugs, I'm taking the booze. Like, really, that's how this works.
So during the same day, Cole ended up having a vision. The Raven Queen showed him another vision of the city of the dead, with the skeleton leaving the gates. And it seems like he was being tasked with handling whatever was happening there. Later in the same day, he was visited by a woman who was asking for Zavroski. He was a bit standoffish and not really giving up any information about Zavroski actually being at the location. And
Good
she was a
friend.
bit rude as well. Eventually, she handed him a letter for Zavroski that was from House Castle Lantern.
Castle Lantern. Woo.
That night,
Bobby, bitch.
we all met up. Zavroski ended up reading the letter from the Castle Lantern family, and they are actually a very important noble house, very wealthy, very rich, and they're offering to have Zavroski become a tutor, or potentially become a tutor of the children for VO lessons, just like he did with Jake years ago. During that time, we also talked about doing the dragon job, and then Zavroski went to perform, and Elona took that time to ask Jake and Cole to use their Xanathar contracts to get her more wish, because she really wants it. Eventually, they were convinced, and Jake talked about how he had a contact named Croaky who should have drugs.
Karaoke.
Crookie. He wouldn't happen to be a grung, would he?
Oh, that's a. I just came up with the name.
So the next day, we decided that we're going to handle this dragon. So we head down to the Mist Shore in the harbor area. We end up talking to a few fishermen about the sighting of the dragon. He heard it from Bob, who heard it from Bob about the dragon being out there eating all the fish. We ended up haggling with him to take his boat out, paid a couple dragons to go search the coast. We ended up searching quite a bit of the coastal area before deciding that we needed to just take the potions and give a good dive after we tried a couple other tricks using illusions and fishing lines that weren't quite long enough to get the attention of the dragon. So we dove in and swam around for the first 10 minutes of our 1 hour potion, not really finding much. Second 10 minutes, there was a giant talking shark that was calling us his prey that decided to sneak up on us. And it was coming for us when Zavroski managed to use the power of magical suggestion to pretty much tell it to fuck off. But in reality, it was a lot nicer. He said that he shouldn't eat prey that will fight back and to leave us alone.
I'm just saying, you ruined Elona's fun. Back to not even an acquaintance, man. Back to nothing in Elona's book.
After that, in the next set of 10 minutes, we did manage to run into the dragon. The dragon is actually quite friendly, talks with us quite a bit. He's very interested in humans or humanoids that can be breathing underwater. We talk about the magical potions, and he tells us that he's been searching through ship wreckages for treasure, as there's quite a few sunken ships in the harbor that seem to be hiding nice goods and coins that he would like to get. We managed to convince him that we could help him search for the treasure and it'd be faster, and that we'd split the treasure with him. So we had a good old skill contest once he brought us towards one of the wrecks that he had found earlier, and used some strength from Elona to get through the ship, pry things loose, carry a chest out of there, some magic from Cole to search even faster all through the nooks and crannies. And Zavroski used his historical knowledge of ships to know where some potential secret compartments of treasure might be. And I kind of didn't write down what Jake did, so I'm sorry.
No, it's the mage hand thing.
The mage hand thing.
Dug
There we
around with
go.
the mage hand.
Dug around in hard to reach places with mage hand so we wouldn't get stuck anywhere. And then with that, we actually found a pretty good haul. An ivory statue, a wand, some trade bars, and some coins, which the dragon said he was mostly interested in just the coins, so we gave him that and took the rest.
Which
And
I think was a good deal.
We asked the dragon, Zillifarn, he actually told us his name, can't remember what part through there, to bring us to the surface as our potions were gonna run out soon. So we all got to have a sweet dragon ride through the water to the
Pretty
surface. And
badass.
And then a
Was.
small, short flight as well.
yeah,
There was
as
some
he-
flight.
There was flight. We
There
rode a
was flight.
dragon, guys.
That's true.
We won
That's a-
D&D, right? Isn't that how
bucket-
you win D&D?
I think so. At least a bucket list item.
And we popped out right by the boat that we had hired, and they got to see a brief glimpse of the dragon as we rode it out. And we stopped with talking to Zelfarn just briefly about how we could summon him back if we needed his audience again. And he told us a thunder wave from the surface would probably do it
Or a gold coin on a string.
if we have a long enough string.
Just saying. Gold coin on a string would have worked, guys. Just saying.
And so with that, we are back on the boat with the fishermen who were a bit in awe of seeing a dragon.
Yeah, that's I mean, this is Waterdeep, of course, and this is Dungeons and Dragons, but still, seeing a dragon in real life is not a common event. You know, even in these lands, at least not one up close. You know, close enough that it could, if it wanted to, probably destroy the ship and reduce it to matchsticks if it wanted to. So the crew is of course terrified.
These are
And
G, it's fine.
as you guys get back on the deck and they prepare to take you back into the docks, they all sort of give you a wide berth. They're like not really quite sure what to make of you. You don't know if they're scared of you or in awe of you or probably a mixture of both, but they're not
They're
not
scared of us.
chummy. They're just like, all right. So you
We
guys
just face check them as we're walking by. Just
it's not nice.
Rusty's gonna
That's what I fucking thought.
take the time to start strumming a little tune about the great dragon Zelfarn as he's gonna start his own composition work of his
Oh.
next great
Ooh, that's
song.
pretty good. That's pretty good. What's that sound like, Zavroski? You got any lyric ideas yet?
Not yet.
it's a work in progress.
Yeah, he's working on it.
He's
Come-
just
Whip,
he's just
whip.
strumming on his lute right now.
Come back
Alright.
to him in an episode. He'll have one.
All right, so
He's working out the tune.
to our viewers, we will have a Zavroski tune soon.
Shit.
Soon, don't
You've
worry.
been voluntold, Zav.
Making promises.
I'm thinking by second half of the show tonight, no problem, right?
Oh,
Right?
second
Is that-
half.
yeah,
Damn,
is that
I was
good?
gonna give him a whole episode, like a whole week.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so nice. You
No, I
youngsters
am
are so nice.
I am so nice.
Yeah, but you do get back to the docks.
Holly
and-
Nerd says he's only coming back if there's a Zav song. So Zav.
Oh yeah, if anybody can do it, John certainly can. We'll get it. We'll do
We'll do it
have
Green
another.
Day style. 3 notes, simple lyrics.
Yep.
Boom.
We'll do another
Yeah,
episode.
only ever 3 chords. That's it.
Three
Leave
chords?
Green Day alone, God damn it.
Hey,
I love
greatest
'em.
3 chords ever. Let's just put that down in the history books there.
We may have to have another opera show night where we improv the show, the song. That'd be good. We could improv the song.
As long as it's just Zav improving the song
What?
and I don't have to do it.
Come
we're
on, what do you
fine.
guys you guys feel up for it or what? Come on, I'll throw some inspiration in. Who wants to improv a song about a
can just-
dragon?
I can just beg Icky to send me inspiration. We're fine. I don't need it.
Oh,
I'll
man.
pander
No,
for
you're
inspiration.
stacked.
Thank you.
I
Like
also have
5.
like 5 inspirations.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, do I need it at this point?
I gotta make things
How
harder,
many dumb
man.
things can I do with 5 inspiration, Roy?
You guys are
At
hoarding.
least 5.
At
Yeah.
least 5 dumb things.
You guys are hoarding. I'm gonna have to start making these things harder. Okay, so you do get back to the docks, and this is early in the day, right? This is sort of like first half of the day. You guys just came here. Yeah. Okay. So I guess you're headed back to the Blackstaff's tower now.
Not good
Is that-
enough for you, Jake.
You don't know that. You can't possibly know that.
Not good enough for you. As I say this after, Minuteman happened. She's not good enough for you.
Someone's got to have some standards. Come on.
Elona doesn't.
Well. All right. So where are we headed? The entire city is your.
Back to Blackstaff, I assume.
I have some other things I want to ask about anyways, so.
All right. Yeah. So you guys head back to the tower
Hot
again.
block, Jake.
There's lots of things that I have to do at Blackstaff Tower.
Yes, I want to ask the Blackstaff about a talking shark.
Talking shark.
That too.
I want to stand there and cock block Jake.
All right.
Good thing I'm not going there for that this time.
Sure you're not. Sure you're not, hun.
All right. So the
Playing
doors
it
opened.
cool.
The door is opened once again by the hunched over riffraff, and it says, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yes, we have returned.
Oh, yes, you again. What?
Yep.
Yes.
Blackstaff asked us to return after we spoke with the dragon, and we've spoken with the dragon.
You want to meet with her again? No one. Do you?
She asked for us.
She
to come
asked
back.
for us this time. This is the riffraff. This is the
task she
task.
gave us yesterday. Did she
All
not
right.
tell you?
Let me check. Hold on. Slowly closes the door.
God, he's a peachy human being, isn't he?
He's a nice guy on the inside, I'm sure.
Are we sure? Are we really sure?
All right, a couple minutes actually goes by, and then finally the door opens again. It appears you were correct. Walk
Why
this
would
way.
Hey,
you-
Riffraff, you should just start trusting me when you see my face.
Come on.
Yeah, look at his face. Isn't it trustworthy?
It's a trustworthy face.
Look at it.
Completely ignores all of you. He turns around and says, "Walk this way."
Jake starts walking
I
just
walk
like him.
Exactly like him. Exactly like him.
Y'all are the worst. We're
You
getting
guys,
kicked out.
yeah, come on, that's rude. Yeah, all right. So you are brought back once again into the opulent chamber with all the food and fruits and stuff, which is nice. And you hang out there and you can eat. One thing Elona might notice in here is that there's like a nice array of different foods and fruits and stuff. There are some drinks, but there's no alcohol in here, no wine.
What
even.
the fuck?
Same. Not even a wine is in here.
That's so wrong.
Yeah, it's interesting. It sort of strikes you. Even Jake, you might be struck by that because obviously in any sort of spread like this, you would put out wines for guests, but here, no alcohol.
I'm upset.
And
I've heard of dry feasts.
We
the Blackstaff
we-
does
we
come out
gotta
and she comes out in her normal way and says, Jake and friends, you've returned. That was quick.
See how she just remembered my name?
Can I elbow
Making
Jake?
progress.
I just wanna dig an elbow straight into Jake's side.
We have returned, the Blackstaff. We have met with the dragon that you asked us to seek out.
He was
Indeed.
a peach.
And you survived, so I take it its intentions are not hostile.
Its intentions are only to search the shipwrecks in the harbor. We've actually made friends with the dragon, and we actually have a way to contact Zelifern as we see fit to talk with them.
Zelitharn, you say, is his name.
Zelifon,
Interesting.
yes.
And this is a dragon bronze in color, correct?
Yes.
They are known to generally not, well, perhaps to cause mischief, but to not have bad intentions. Well then this is good. It seems that this dragon will not be a threat, and you have befriended it. Is that?
Befriended
But
indeed.
yes, he was very kind.
We have a direct telecom system with him.
Actually, you get a raised eyebrow at that.
What is with no one believe in us?
No.
He was-
The raised eyebrow of surprise, of like she's sort of like
Gotcha.
of being impressed, if you would, a slight indication of being impressed by you guys.
Oh no, don't tell Jake that.
he was,
There he goes.
He was curious that there was actually people that deep below the surface. We piqued his interest, and we played upon that.
Yes, I could see that. He must have been fairly young then, if he was still so curious. Dragons outgrow that later.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Do you know that there is a gigantic talking shark in the harbor?
A talking shark.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, it came at us and called us prey. It
Yeah,
was
that one
actually
wasn't
going,
very nice.
It wasn't. It was actually going to try to eat us, but I was able to use some magics to convince it otherwise.
To ruin the fun.
it spoke to you in the common tongue.
Yes.
And this is a shark, a small shark, a large
No,
shark.
giant
very
shark.
large. Very
Okay.
large.
Huge. This isn't just a fisherman's tale either.
Bigger than me.
So you're telling me that there was a fish that was this big that got away? Is that what you're telling me?
We more so chased it away than it got away.
I kid. That was a joke. Do you not get no? Why do I try?
I applaud the effort.
Her face sort of tightens up and her grip on the staff tightens a bit, and she's like, "Well, that is interesting. I have not heard of a talking shark.
Could that be a danger to the people?
Well, any giant shark in the harbor certainly could be a danger to the
Is
people.
one smart enough to learn language?
Well, it may not.
Unless we all suddenly learned how to speak shock.
It could just be magics. There are druidic magics that are known that can awaken animals and such to make them able to understand things and to speak with us.
So do you think this shark could have been controlled by a druid?
Well, the magics that I know of, it could perhaps be controlled, but it is not necessarily. There are magics that can simply awaken and sort of grant a creature some better sense of intelligence and the ability to converse with us.
But wouldn't that mean someone would have to cast it on the shock for the shock to be able to do the things it was doing?
Indeed. This is a bit of a mystery. Well, I am less concerned about a shark than I am about a dragon. If you find out more about this shark, I suppose you could let someone know.
I mean, the dragon was a G. The shock was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, the dragon was no problem. He was very nice to us. He even gave us a ride to the surface.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to tell the fishermen to be careful that there are sharks in the water. This probably would not surprise them, I imagine. Well, you've done me a good favor this day. I thank you. I've rewarded you
And
with
I believe
one
we're
renown.
owed a favor in return. The paper that my friend Zavroski was looking for, specifically.
Indeed you are. Indeed you are. That is fair. Hold on. Let me also.
Well, wasn't it looking for a supplier and not just the paper? Wasn't he getting a hookup,
Yes.
dog?
That is what we were understanding.
I don't know why Elona went fucking 90s gangster all of a sudden, but here we are.
All right. So you are awarded renown with Grey Hands again.
No.
Fair. Excellent.
No, I don't want this.
Well,
Yes.
I don't want to be good. This is dumb.
One step closer to the Blackstaff being best friends with Jake.
If she even comes close, I am killing her on
all right.
More than best friends, I hope.
I'm
I do-
killing her on the spot if best friend is ever used with that bitch.
Killing Vajra.
Hold me back.
Okay.
Hold
I
me
just,
back.
for the record, there are some known powerful entities in Waterdeep. Just,
Elona has a 6 intelligence. Do you think
I'm
she
with
can
you.
respond?
Just throwing it out. All right. So she says yes. Well, this is good. I use, what is the name of? Xantlar. I actually use the Xantlar tree, paper from the Xantlar tree myself. I found it to be very good. I can put my contact in touch with Rishal, though there's a condition upon this. Rishal must swear an oath that he shall do no business with known guild members of the Xanathar. That is one of the. It is a guild that operates here in town. In case you are not aware, they are a seedy sort. And
Guild? I thought it was a gang.
You could call it a gang if you would like, but they are a seedy sort, and I would not encourage their operations here. I fear that Xanathar poses some level of threat to the city. But you may not know of these things, and that is fine. But you must talk to Rishal and get me this oath, and then you may give him this paper bird, and he may send his address and information on it, and it will find its owner, and he will have a new supplier. Can I count on you to do this?
Should be easy enough to give that to him, and do my best to convince him, if he somehow has ties to the Xanathar, to have ties with you instead. It's a much better opportunity.
Excellent. Excellent, then. Melshimber, we are agreed?
Yeah, I mean, you've done your side. We did our part. I think everything's coming together. I did want to ask one more thing, actually.
Of course.
How does one become part of the Grey Hand? It is quite the unique group with many connections, and I was wondering what kind of tests or tasks one may have to complete to join this wonderful order.
Here you get almost a full half smile here. She,
I would also like this information.
yes. Well, the Grey Hands, they're an exclusive group.
Oh, looks like we can't join them. Oh, darn. Let's go.
We only invite those whose loyalty has been proven, whom we know the city could count upon in any event. Know that to become an actual member of the Grey Hands would be to swear an oath of allegiance to the city of Waterdeep. That is our concern. We protect the city at any cost. These things are, well, they often lead us into gray areas. Things that are not.
Hey, speaking of a gray area, I'm not too sure how familiar you are with the Raven Queen.
I have read some things of her.
Well, her domain is death and keeping the dead dead.
You are correct.
I'm a follower of hers. I was
Indeed.
contacted by her through a dream. Are you missing any bodies in the city of the dead?
You don't seem to be a priestly type. Ah.
It's more of an arcane relationship.
I understand. One thing that I don't know if I do a good job of portraying this, but one thing, this woman is sharp. She is fucking brilliant, and she knows everything.
I like her.
Everything. She is.
Okay, well, I had a vision from her that depicted someone summoning skeletons in the city of the dead.
Having nightmares again, Cole?
A robed figure.
If he is seeing visions
have
from
there
his
been bodies
patron,
missing in the city of the dead? Grave disturbed?
I have not heard of this. But that does not mean it didn't happen. I do not have my finger on all the minor happenings in the city. There are many things to watch for. So
I think the lost body isn't really minor. I feel like that's kind of a big deal.
Is there any assistance that you could give to me to investigate this situation?
I do know who would know. You need to. You should talk with. Blah 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 blah. You should talk with Sir Ambrose Everdon.
Ambrose Everdon.
Hey, you.
Where can I find him?
Are you going to bed? Oh, give me some kisses. So, say good night, everybody. Good night.
No.
Am I doing a good job of poking the bear and getting her to hate me yet? Because it's an active goal of mine to get her to dislike me.
I think she likes the group too much.
She can't ask me to join the fucking Grey Hand if she hates me.
Where can I find this
could.
Ambrose Everdon?
You get the sense that she is a person that will do what it takes to achieve her ends. She is she is. Oh, here's the Ambrose Everdon. He is a knight of the Watch, and he patrols or manages the area around the City of the Dead. You should be able to find him around there.
I wonder if that's one of the guys we had to run in with when we were looking for the imps.
Oh, probably.
If anything is happening untoward in the City of the Dead, he would certainly know about it.
May I use your name when I speak to him?
Use it in which way?
To tell him that you sent me to him?
Yes, that would be acceptable.
Does that name sound familiar to Jake or I? Have we had a run-in with him?
Yeah, that's actually quite important.
Did you guys do
some-
much moonlighting in the graveyard district?
We have done
Did
a
you
lot
guys
of
rob some graves?
Maybe.
I don't think we
would
would have taken that far.
Depends on
Yeah.
who the grave was and how much money was there.
Yeah, so from what she's telling you,
recognize me or Jake? Have we had a run-in with him?
I'll leave that up to you, I guess. He's sort of the Captain Staggett of the City of the Dead.
Oh, then yeah, he's probably no.
So, if
I don't know. I think we more ran the dock wards, though.
That's fair.
We were more dock ward kids. My dad being the magister of that area, so.
You're right. I mean, he might have heard of us, but I don't think maybe he has met us.
Yeah,
Especially because like, watch out for these two fucking kids running from the dock ward. If they're hiding, shoot them back this way. It's probably the most that happened.
might have been actually the noble kid and the half orc. That's a pretty rare
around, yeah.
coupling. Yeah.
Noble Kid and a Half Orc. It's a band name.
All right. She says yes. Well, so but as we were saying, the Grey Hands, that is an invitation only society. Know that. Well, let's be blunt. I wouldn't be asking you to do these things if you weren't perhaps in consideration for such a position.
And
Well, I am always interested in protecting the city that I was born in, and especially if it is to serve such a great leader as yourself, Vajra.
All right. From a persuasion check, Jake Dean Melshimber. Let's see how well these words land on the.
Can I possibly give him the help action?
No. Come on, this is up to him, man. This is his thing.
Yes!
I'm using inspiration. Using inspiration.
Can I use inspiration against him?
I'll take the 14.
Can
All
I
right.
actively use inspiration against him?
Is that legal? Hang on, take inspiration off. I don't.
I will physically harm my best friend if it means fucking up his roll. She's not happy about this situation at all. Y'all should have seen this coming.
I'm excited.
But I feel like let's not, because I worry that would get crazy as we start
Fine.
Yeah, I don't. I'm tempted
He
to
didn't
use.
roll that high anyway.
Yeah, so
I'm
14
happy with 14, like in those low teens right now, because I'm building a rapport. I'm trying to gain her favor.
She says, well, those are the right words. See,
Good. Perfect.
Words in the proper order grammatically, we are proud of you.
she says,
Man, those are the right words.
I English spoke good.
I had more to say.
Maybe I do like her a little bit. That was pretty good.
She just slapped you in the face.
No, that wasn't the. That's not what it.
No, leave it like that. I think it's perfect. Don't explain what you meant, Roy. I think we leave it at exactly that.
That works for me for now.
I'm only. She says. Those are the right words. See that you continue to live by them. Anything else I can do for you this day?
Yeah, follow-up question. What if we don't want to be a part of the Grey Hand? Like, what if it's not?
Then you probably would not be invited.
Perfect.
But she looks at you.
Out the door. Finger guns out the door.
Now she's thinking, wait, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to wait a minute? All right, she's the other eyebrow goes up.
She doesn't have to like me. I don't want her to.
What's she up to? Oh yeah, she's.
Thank you for your time,
many
great
illegal
Blackstaff. And we will bid you farewell at this time, I think.
All right.
Unless there is something more that you need from us.
Jake,
Not
you're
at
gonna
this
have to
time,
work
but
on-
I will contact you.
No.
Do not worry. The moment I do, I will let you know.
Decisions were made.
All right,
Probably the right ones.
ka-ching. You guys are who's?
All right. I actually have a direction to go, not just a weird fucking dream.
This Ambrose Everdon seems like he might be able to answer these questions, but why didn't you tell us about these nightmares, Cole? Last time you were open and shared it with us right away.
It's because we were
Busy with the dragon.
Busy
I
with
think.
the dragon. Yes.
You were having nightmares while we were with the dragon?
No, it
Aren't
was
those
the
day
night
names?
before, but we had to deal with the dragon, so I didn't want to bother
You
anybody's
had a
mind.
boat ride you could have told us about it on.
It's okay. I got the information I needed.
Yeah, hopefully
Everything-
Everdon can answer some questions.
Everything seems to be working out great so far.
All right.
Deuces.
So it's like basically lunchtime. What's the plan
Do
for
you
the
want
rest
to
of the day?
talk to Ambrose first, or should we deal with the shopkeep with the? new
I
connection?
say let's finish
Guide and
the
contact.
paper quest, and then we'll go talk to Ambrose if everybody's up for that.
Well, Zavs and
Sounds
can
great.
go one way, and Cole can go the other
Can-
way, and then you get it done at the same time. No,
Be splitting the
okay.
party. You cut it out.
We're doing minor quests. If we're gonna get in an issue, I'll
How
split
do you
the
know
party
this guy
here.
could be a Xanathar boss that wants to fight us? Who knows?
Perfect. Sounds good. Thanks to us paper birds.
I have no paper birds, actually. I used my last one to get you drugs.
Oh, well, that's fine. You used your last paper birds to get me drugs. It's
You
fine.
used it well.
Yeah, you used it correctly.
Those
I
were
mean,
the
we
correct
can all
words.
go as a group, but I'm just saying it might be easier to split.
All right, yeah. So if you look at the what is this? What the heck kind of map is this?
Roy didn't find us a good map. What the heck,
Don't,
Roy?
if you're using a map, don't forget to switch views to the map view.
Thank you.
Don't forget to tell the grognards you found a good map.
I did not. I will not.
Oh, hello, Vajra.
All right, so just as a little bit of mappage, just so you guys know where we are.
So
So you
big.
guys, yeah, you
That's
guys are
She said
currently.
about Cole's hog.
Hey, hey, hey.
What? Hey, hold
Hi,
on.
hi,
man.
hi.
So you guys are currently at the the Blackstaff. The due east of you would be the City of the Dead on the opposite side of the city, on the east side of the city. You guys are on the west side there, and then of
West
course,
side?
North Ward is where you guys live. So that would be up to the northwest.
We're pretty close. I'm just saying, Northward and City of the Dead are kind of close. Just make a real quick circle around Northward and come back to City of the Dead.
Why don't I see the black tower on the map?
Two
Am
birds,
I
one stone.
blind?
I also don't see it.
Because maybe it's not on there. Maybe
Okay, cool.
it
It's
is.
not labeled.
Hold on.
All right. That's all that matters to me. That works for me.
Oh, that's way here.
Is it there?
It is.
Or is it somewhere else?
It actually
Or
is
it
right
down
there.
Here?
Yeah, it's
All
right there.
Ah, right there. Okay.
What are you looking? Quit peeking, John. So
No,
one of
you
the
just
things-
you pointed it out to us one time.
One of
Yeah,
the
you
things with running the game for John is that John knows everything.
But I don't actually know this module.
He knows but like
John
the world.
knows everything.
He knows.
I
the
just remember
world.
you telling us, and it was
See?
either there or one of the ones down below by
Okay.
the griffin.
It's
But you
just
didn't remember what I did
perfect.
with my mage hand.
Sorry. Yeah.
Playing with John
Right
is not
there.
that he knows everything, it's that he remembers things, unlike the rest of us goldfish brains.
He does, man. Plus, like the rules, like he knows the rules better than me. He knows fancy grounds better. He's like this. He's
John's
like.
just better than all of us.
I'm
Can we
pretty sure
disagree
he's an
on that?
AI. I'm almost
I don't
positive
think we
he's
can
like.
disagree on that.
I think John is just better than all of us.
I'm pretty
Yep.
sure John is like a Russian bot or something, right? He's just an AI bot.
Whoa,
That's
whoa.
like,
Robot.
yeah,
The robots are
timing.
taking
We have
over,
some
guys.
really realistic robots.
yeah, man.
Are we sure he's
Um,
Russian though? I'd say he's a Canadian spy, but I don't think that's like.
Thing.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah. That's what we want you to think.
Canada,
That's fair, I guess.
Canada is like hastily building a wall. They're like, oh no, we're keeping the
Yo, we've been
crap out,
flying
man.
under the radar for years.
It's not even a wall. It's just this big shock. It's one of those invisible shock fences, and it's like if you're,
It's
Oh,
like
no.
the electric fence.
yeah, if your
like,
if
an
your
American tries
IQ
to cross over. No, back
your-
off.
if your IQ is American, you get
You think
zapped
that
when
was
you
a
go
flu
across.
shot?
It's like,
No, that was a chip. Enjoy your shocking.
Good thing I don't get flu shots.
Anyway, yes. So you guys are exactly at the point of the map, just north of the Lady Dreamy on the west side over there that John pointed out.
I
Um,
don't care if we're splitting the party or not. I'd like to take some drugs on our way to wherever we're going.
All right.
Down
I
to
don't-
9. We're no longer in double digits, guys.
Yeah, I don't care what you
Oh,
do. I just wanted
shit.
to sort of,
Whoop,
give a little
whoop.
glimpse of the city.
Let's get litty.
All right, so you guys are going back to Troll Skull Alley to finish the business with what's his name, Rashal the Page Turner, or
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way across town, blah 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 blah. This is like, this is like most of half of an hour, just to get in there, managing through the crowds. There is
Pass anyone who's being murdered like last time.
you you don't pass anybody being murdered, but
Per se.
you do one thing sort of takes your nose. So there are these three hulking strong dudes, like they're basically these bodybuilders, and they're wearing
Yes.
small clothes, they're showing off all their muscles, like they're clearly like live in the gym. Two of these
Live in the gym.
Two of these guys are human. One is a half orc, and they're around this table, and they're looks like they're sitting around crowd. The three of these brutes are sort of crowding around the small table. They've got these three crates they're sitting on, and there's a small table that they're sitting around, and they're sort of like talking, and engaged in some sort of gambling game.
Oh, guys.
And that's
I
just
have to.
one of the many sites that sticks out as you travel through.
It's it's large men who
What-
could break
what
Elona
game?
and they're gambling.
What game are they playing?
Let's see. Well, they've got a handful of dice out on this table. You're not really sure. I mean, you'd have to go up to talk to them to really see. What,
I mean,
But it's sometimes
Zavroski
dice-
has gambled before, so does it look
Yeah.
familiar?
well, they have dice out. They could be playing any of a number of dice games, some sort of
Right.
dice game for sure.
I'm almost positive I'm proficient with dice sets. I want to play. Oh, damn it! It's cards, not dice. Fuck. I want to go. Gamble.
Zavroski is tempted, but he
I want to go.
is fine with going on.
All right.
We got
I mean,
we got stuff to do.
They're
There's just street gambling.
yeah, they're like sitting in one like on the side of the street, and it's all like I said. There's Waterdeep has hundreds of thousands of people, right? A couple 100,000, 180, a million people, a billion people, and this is one of the sites that like is weird enough that it sort of sticks out to you as you're walking down the street. I mean, there is any number of things that you can imagine that would be happening on a typical walk.
So is this guy basically playing 3-card Monty right now?
No, it looks like the three of them are hanging around, sort of talking
They're
about
playing
some kind of
Yahtzee,
rules.
damn it.
Yahtzee.
In fact, as they sort of notice you guys kind of pause and you guys are kind of looking in, and they look over there and it says, "Oh, you're kind of beefy." And the half orc looks over and the half orc looks over and she's like, "Not bad, not bad at all for a female."
Oh no. Oh no.
Damn, he fucking said
The half
it.
orc,
Oh,
the half orc is like
no.
legitimately like eyeing you up and down, like, "Oh yeah." In fact, the human guys are too. They're like, "Whoa, oh yeah, she lifts."
not bad. Are you fucking kidding me? Not fucking bad? Come here. You want to tussle? We can tussle. Let's
No,
tussle right here, middle of
What?
the street. Let's go.
No, we're not tussling right now. We're gambling. This game.
So did you say they're playing a dice game?
I was not prepared.
Did you just throw Schwarzenegger at us?
It's just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. All we're saying is that we are here, Dice Gather. We're here to pump you up. All right. You would not survive a minute
my
in our
God.
dice game with your flabby thighs.
Wait, is he saying I'm flabby or is he saying Jake's
No, he's
flabby?
looking at you guys. He's like, we would invite you to our game, but the stakes are too high. You could not take the pressure.
Oh, that's cute. This has to.
I've lost
guys.
many a coin on the gambling. That's probably more than you have right now.
Oh, well, see, that's just a thing. Oh, you want to gamble, do you?
Well, I want to fight you, but if you don't want to fight, I guess we can gamble.
No, we can fight later. Fighting later, gamble now.
I want
Gamble.
that on a shirt.
Gamble me now, I fight you later.
Gamble now? All right, let's go. I'll gamble. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's
Oh.
go. Come on.
Okay.
No one calls me just okay when it comes to my muscles and isn't gonna get their ass beat. But since you don't want to fight now because you're a coward, I guess I'll gamble.
So he pulls out
She
his
called
axe.
you a coward?
Thanks, Jake. Love you.
He pulls out his axe. And he's like, thunks his axe
Jake
into the
and
table.
Kohler in the background go, oh!
Dude, I
Fucking
hate
said it. She's got her own cheerleader party.
He says, "Oh, we are not gambling for coins. Coins are for girly men. We're gambling for hands. We
Hands
roll
or
the di-
fingers?
we
Actual
roll the
hands, like
dice.
cut off your hands?
We will put coins in the pot, sure, because we have to win money. The highest roll gets to take the pot, but the lowest roll has to cut off the left hand."
Let's do it. That sounds so fucking cool. Let's go.
That's metal as fuck.
Alone
Jake-
is-
Zavroski's like,
Jake
backing
kind
off
of now.
right
Jake's
now.
a little bit like, Elona, are you sure you want to risk your hand?
100%. Let's go.
I mean, as long as you're okay with it. I need to double check.
of course.
as-
Thank you.
it's
I
just-
appreciate it. Let's go. Let's
All
do it.
right. I see us
Zavroski's gonna
finding
do a bit of a
blacksmith
strum and
to make her a
talk
new
about
fist.
talk up Elona a bit as she enters the fray. And the
Are you
strongest
actually
of them
getting
all
inspiration for the
enters.
first time in
Yeah.
13 episodes?
Yeah. And the strongest of them all sits down with the little boys to play.
Oh,
Yes,
pretty
Sam!
good.
Zav's giving me inspiration for the first time in 13 episodes, guys.
Oh wow! All right. So
Bardic
You have
inspiration.
bardic inspiration for your gambling.
oh, that's
rolls.
totally
Hopefully it helps.
cheating.
Is
Oh
that a plus
man.
6?
All right.
It's a D6, yeah.
6. Also, I have
Um,
5 of my own inspiration. I'm not losing my hand.
They're like, okay.
Bees in the chat.
Bees,
So
I
we're
love
playing
you.
by Star Wars rules.
Yeah, ask Fox. He has a thing for Star Wars apparently when we host channels.
Hey, that was an accident.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
actually pretty sure somebody else knows more about it than I do.
Here's how the game works. It's kind of complicated, so listen up, okay? Look, we have 4 dice.
Yeah.
4 of them. 1, 2, 3.
I understand
4.
how many 4 is. I'm not that dumb.
You roll the dice, and then you count the numbers, and the person with the highest numbers wins.
Wow, that's real
But
complex.
here's where the complication comes in.
Okay.
Before you see other rolls, so after you roll your dice, you can choose to roll your dice a second time, but then you must keep the second roll.
Ooh, dude, that all of a sudden it got to too many instructions for Elona.
One of the guys is like, the guy, wait, can you explain that again? He's like, idiot, listen, close.
You idiot.
Stimpy.
I was just about to do it.
You listen to me
Glad we're all on
once,
the same page.
so I don't have to tell you 2 times. Okay,
This is the second time. That would be 2 times.
so that's basically the rules. Now, of the 4 of us, the lowest person must cut off their left hand. Or your
Does the
right
winner
hand
get
if you're
to cut off
left-handed.
their hand?
No, you must cut off your own hand.
No, but like, does the winner get to cut off the loser's hand? 'Cause
No,
that's,
the
like,
winner
really
gets the
like,
pot. The winner gets the coins, but you must cut off your own hand. You must be a real man and cut off your own hand if you lose.
Alright. I'm so glad I'm in a dice game with Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Okay,
And Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ren.
yeah.
okay. 10 dragons. Everyone is the ante to play is 10 dragons.
I can do that.
Put them on the table. They all throw one of
Comes out
the.
my own money.
They all throw the coins out. There's this pile of dragons on the table.
Cool.
And all right, so the game is pretty complex. Roll
Real
4d6.
Roll 4d6. I'm actually afraid. Is
All right,
that
so
weird?
now as a player, Anna, here's how I'm going to control this for the player. You are going to roll your 4d6. Then you can decide whether you want to re-roll.
Okay.
Then I'm going to roll for the other 3 guys, and we'll see if any of the other 3 guys beats you.
Okay.
Question.
At what point do I get to use my own inspiration?
Ooh.
Can we assist her?
I mean,
no. You've
that
already
already gave
is
me bardic
bardic
inspiration.
inspiration.
I don't know how
Because
bardic
I have-
Question.
works.
I have prestidigitation, and
Flip
it
over
can
a
create
die.
it can create a gust of wind
Flip over
and flip
I'll
a die.
mention invisible mage hand.
a die!
You guys are cheating.
Can I just turn her dice to 66666?
That's,
Hey, he never said you couldn't cheat.
Well, look, you guys can
you know,
do.
we're in the background. They're not paying attention to us.
I'm 30 feet away. My mage hand's doing his thing.
You guys can do what you want. Just
Oh no, I'm gonna get in a fist fight with three dudes that I can take as a level 4 monk. Oh darn.
I'm just
You
saying
guys are big.
you got you guys do what you want, and I will.
We'll see what I roll first. How about that? And then we'll go from there.
Listen, I'm just trying to be a team player here.
That's right.
We'll see what I roll.
Team playing.
Where does
Alright.
bardic inspiration come into? Because you can add a d6. How would I do that? Unless you're not
Is
betting.
is bardic inspiration limited to just attack rolls?
It's belly check, attack roll, saving throw.
Technically, none of these are that, so it wouldn't really work. I'm okay not taking it. I have confidence in my shitty dice rolls. Just
Sorry, we
Jake,
have,
don't
we-
remember the game we played with bees. Just ignore that game.
Yeah, I don't.
have
I don't
we have
think.
cantrips.
I don't think throwing dice is a skill. I think there's a
That's
random.
fine. I just won't take it. I
Yeah.
can re-roll these. Can I re-roll these dice with my own inspiration if I feel like I need to?
Yes, but
Okay.
once your turn is over, then you won't be able to use inspiration
Okay.
after that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll.
All right. 4d6.
12. Okay. So I'm going to take.
Can I use prestidigitation?
No,
and-
let me
and
do
roll
this.
That 1 and 2.
Let me do this. I'm gonna
Oh,
take
that's
my...
a pretty good roll. You should stay on that. I wouldn't re-roll that if I were you. That's a lot.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Scary, huh?
No, much better. 20 I'm
Ooh,
staying.
Wow. All right.
I'm staying at 20. I don't need magic. I don't need nothing. I'm staying.
Holy cow! How do you roll so high? Okay. Well. Okay.
Okay.
Bob, it's your turn. Bob's
Oh,
like,
good. Is this one of the Bobs?
oh yeah. Bob is my go-to when I'm like making up a name. Bob is the.
It's definitely Bob.
All right, here we go. Bob 1.
Can one of them be named Arnold? Suck it.
Oh, okay. So now,
Looks like you're losing a hand, Bob.
well, remember, there's 4 people. Only the
I know.
lowest of the. So it's he wants to win the pot, but he also wants to avoid being the lowest. So.
Yeah.
But he's also an idiot. So let's see. I'm gonna say that he says he doesn't beat you, so he wants to roll
What do
again.
you mean by an idiot? Because like Elona's intelligence is a 6. How
Yeah.
much lower are we at?
It's got
Uh-oh.
a 4.
Bob is like, oh man, I should have stayed on the whatever that one was. 14. Dang. All right. So we have 13 and a 20. All right, Bob 2.
Oh, Bob 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Bob 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, Bob 2.
You stay on a 16, you're already above.
Yeah, you don't lose your hand.
Bob 2's thinking, yeah, he's gonna stay on the 16. All right.
Now Arnie.
I
Arnold,
don't lose my hand, is
let
all
me show
I'm
you-
hearing in this situation.
let me show you girly men how to roll a dice.
I don't think there's any skill involved in rolling dice, but I... Yep, way to show us how to roll some dice. Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
I can beat this girly. There's no way she can beat me in the dice. Watch these.
7.
Get all ones.
God damn it.
I didn't need any of your cantrips.
so
Trust
Arnold-
Elona.
Arnie is he looks up and he's
Is Arnie the half orc or is Arnie one of the
no,
humans?
Arnie's one of the humans.
Gotcha.
He's and he looks and he counts him. He's like, I should have stayed on
Looks
the
like
first
you
one.
lose, and you lose a hand.
Oh, that's not.
You gotta be a real man and cut off your own hand. You said it yourself.
I did say it myself, and if I said it,
Just gonna grab the gold and
if I
just
said
push
it one
back
time,
in
I'll
your
tell
head.
it 2 times. So and the other 2 kind of look over at him and they're like, "Do it, Arnie, do it." Arnie's like, "Yeah." And so he pushes over the gold to you. He's like,
40 gold.
"Yeah." So you made 30. So yeah, made 30 dragons just like that. And he looks at his hand and he says, "Left
Imagine
hand,
how many drugs I can buy right now, guys.
left hand. You have served me well over all these years. I will miss you terribly." And he pulls out the axe.
This guy's gonna bleed out.
And he cuts off his hand. And then he actually pulls up, he's got a trio of potions that he puts on the table. He's like, "Good thing I brought these so we don't bleed out, huh?" And
No.
he takes a potion and the wound heals and stops bleeding, but the hand just sits there still.
She get the hand too?
Yeah,
No.
the hand's in the middle. The hand's in the middle where the pot was. I think I get the hand as well.
No, the hand is my hand. Hands off my hand.
No, I'm pretty sure I get the hand as well. It was in the pot.
I'm hands off. We went over this earlier. Fine then, take it. You won it fair and square.
That was easy. I take his hand. Putting that in my inventory. Arnie's hand.
Arnie's left hand.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Arnie's. How much does Arnie's left hand weigh?
Pound and a half.
All right, sounds good.
Notice no tears were shed.
Gonna turn it into like a monkey paw.
I love it. I want to
Just
wear it
crawls
around my
around
neck
her
like a
shoulder.
necklace.
Well,
You can get this thing enchanted.
it is unfortunate for me that you stopped by at this time, but get out of here. We don't like you anymore.
Oh, you don't. Mm.
What? She can't play another round?
No,
I think
that's
they're scared.
she
Oh,
already
they're
won.
really scared. It's okay. It's okay to be afraid of me.
Okay, fine, you can stay in, but you got to beat the other 2. I can't chop off my own hand twice.
I can chop it off for you.
No, you
That's
have to
true.
chop off your
That's
own
true.
hand.
You're gonna pussy out and back out now after all those tough words that you said?
Exactly, right?
I already
Like
cut
you're
my
backing
Be
down
a
now?
real man and cut off your other hand.
Look,
if
girly
you will.
man.
You lose one round and you just give up on life.
They
Is it
make
called
they
Jake
make
Girly Thing?
excellent hand props, and Zavroski's still in the pirate outfit. Shuts the fuck.
God damn it.
These days, you could do well with 2 of them, I'm sure.
Oh
I
man.
just
Oh,
want to
that hook
clarify
is
that
pretty
Arnie
cool.
called Jake Girly Man.
You got to show me how to find the hook.
That's why I'm trying to goad him into going up against again.
No, once I've lost a hand, I can't cut my own hand out. But I suppose you can still play with Bob and Bob. Bob and Bob, you guys still playing? They're like, yeah, we're still playing, dude. What are you talking about? We ain't
Let's go
quitting.
back. 10 gold back in. Let's go.
What? You still playing? Oh,
Hell
yeah,
yeah,
we're
I'm
getting.
still playing. One more round.
And they
Elona
look, they're
doesn't-
like,
Elona doesn't know how to stop.
oh, yeah, we're checking her. All right, 10 gold back in the pot.
All good. Elona doesn't know how to
Um,
stop. She's a drug addict.
Bob 2 says, I need to get my gold back. Let's do double or nothing.
Does that mean you're chopping off both hands?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
good point. Good question. No, I guess not. All right, fine. I can't chop off both of my hands, right?
still
You
do
could
double
just
and
say
nothing
you need to
gold.
raise the stakes on the coin.
That's
still
fine.
do
That's
that.
fine. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take her
Double
this time.
nothing in the coin.
All right,
Let's go.
10 dragons in the pot. So 30 dragons total are in the pot.
Okay.
All right, Elona, you get to go first again.
Let's go. Please. Luck, don't fail me now. 13. Re-rolling. Might need your magic, guys.
Uh-oh.
7.
Nah.
I will stay at a 17.
Man, Elona's got the good thing. Too bad you're not
She
rolling
has a
stats.
soldier background and is proficient in gambling.
All right. So Bob won. He's like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is easy mode. Here we go.
What do you think Jake and I did for fun when we weren't getting in trouble? We
Gambled.
gambled.
Bob 1's on a 15. Okay, Bob 1 is kind of the conservative one. He's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to roll a 9 like my buddy here. Shut up, you.
Yeah, you should stay. Stay.
So
man.
Bob 1 stays. So Bob 2
Perfect, so I don't
pressure.
lose my hands.
Pressure is. Oh, that's true.
I don't lose my money makers.
But one of them is conservative, so
Mhm.
is it?
I have to play him for him. Fine. Though he doesn't know math.
There's another person to be playing. I'm just saying. There's a second Bob.
Yeah. All right.
You can play
Alright, fine.
and see if I cut off my hands.
He's
it's
gonna
not
go
going to
for
end
it.
with me cutting off my hands. It's going to
Here
end
we
in
go.
a fist
I'm gonna
fight,
try to
but
chop
that's
off.
fine.
I just want to chop off Elona's hand now. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Oh,
On 4.
better.
Ooh, feels bad.
All right. So Bob
I mean,
won.
it ended up good for him, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got better. And Bob wins a half. I was like, oh. All right. Come on, dice. I need my
It'd be a shame
hand.
if you lost your hand.
I need my hand. Here we go.
Oof.
Oh, wait, that's okay. I got another roll. No problem. Here we go.
Oof.
Ooh.
Looks like you lose a hand and I gain the gold. Thank you.
These guys thought they were winners.
Well, they had the audacity to make fun of me, so.
And,
how dare
and
they.
I need Elona to do another round.
Am I taking everyone's hand?
Everybody's
Have
hand.
3 hands.
He looks. He's like, she's. The half orc looks at her. And she's like, she cheated. I saw her. She cheated.
How the fuck did I cheat?
And I said, how did she cheat? He said, I don't know, but she must cheat. She wins every single game.
You're just bad at rolling dice. Like that's not my problem.
Only played 2 games.
All right.
I don't know that.
Let's
lost
see.
track of time.
All right. He is going to roll a persuasion check, Elona, to persuade his friends that you are cheating by winning every game.
Okay.
I'm giving him advantage since these are his friends.
Okay. I mean, if you think
I think it's time for the 3 other party members to start talking circles around these guys.
if they think I'm cheating, we can settle this the proper way, which is a fist fight.
Which is what we originally asked for, so
Exactly. So like win-win either way for me.
get your way.
Is this an only Elona fight?
Oh, it better be. Till she gets beaten the shit out of.
All right, Elona, do you want to, or what do you do? So he's basically persuading his friends that you're cheating. Are you?
I will simply say, if they think I'm cheating, which I'm not, we can settle this the old-fashioned way, which is, a fist fight, like you guys were afraid to do in the beginning, and since you're afraid of me now, I feel like you're gonna cow it out either way.
Especially since 2 of you are down a hand now.
All right.
Yeah,
go
you're
ahead and
down
roll-
hands.
my big,
so-
soon-to-be handless friend. I've seen cheaters in my day, and she's a straight roller.
All right,
Straight.
Elona, give me one of those intimidate persuasion checks of yours.
Okay. Intimidation. So what? I get a +5.
Yeah, and you still have bardic inspiration
If
technically,
I
so
need it. Oof. I'll use bardic inspiration.
all right.
13. Fuck. No, you know what? I would use my other inspiration to re-roll it, but I'm just curious to see what these fuck faces are gonna do. So let's just let it happen.
All right.
We get in a brawl in the middle of the street. We're getting in a brawl in the middle of the street.
They
Jake, you play lookout like you always have.
I'm watching out for the law.
Yep.
they
That's what I do.
they say,
On our
"Oh,
way to go visit the law.
Yeah.
Not yet. We're still at a visit with the guy with the paper.
yeah." So they
And then
they,
we'll visit with the law.
they get up and they like, "What? It's true. She cheated. How did you duped us?
I'm a witch.
Now we teach you a lesson,
Oh, please
cheater."
do.
And they get up and man, I guess this is combat.
Hell yeah.
They're
it's
like-
combat.
They're like,
So hold on. Only Arnie has one hand. I assume the half orc who thought I was cheating didn't cut off his hand yet.
that is right. That is right. He did not cut off his hand yet.
Can Jake use his mage hand to trip the first guy that makes his move towards Elona?
Yeah.
It can lift 30 pounds, so I feel
There
like
was
30 pounds is enough
If
to
there was
trip
a
somebody.
build up to this altercation, Jake would probably be ready.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess.
It's only a 10 though, so.
Well, hold on, because they're
Those are shit dice. You are now getting your color changed.
Oh,
You don't
shit.
deserve the orange.
Uh-oh.
These dice don't deserve to be orange.
Yeah.
It's a color that I hate.
yeah. So
Chartreuse.
the guy's like, you cheated. I trusted you. Give me back my money and my hand.
No.
You give it back now. I put this axe between your eyes.
Oh, please do. That'd be very entertaining to watch you try.
He looks at his friends. She was amusing for a moment. Now we must teach her the lesson. And look at them like, teach her the lesson.
Oh, the lesson.
All right. Now it's definitely an initiative. All right.
Are any of them wearing armor, by the way?
These guys, let me see. Hold on. Let me.
Loincloths only.
Hang on. Where the heck am I? I am.
Not ready for this combat, I assumed.
No, I am. I'm just waiting. I gotta find my guys. Hold on.
I'm a little upset one of them isn't named Johan.
At least I'm rolling good for initiative, which doesn't matter
Oh.
for shit.
I should roll for initiative, shouldn't I?
I took away my dice's pips. They lost
Oof.
their pips.
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use one of my inspiration to reroll my initiative. What the fuck?
Oh!
I'm gonna use another inspiration to reroll that
Whoa,
initiative.
hold on.
I'm down
Whoa.
two
We're
now.
gonna subtract.
I'm down
okay.
two initiative.
Subtract
or
all this
two
inspiration, man.
All right, I'll stop at 11 because apparently I got nothing.
You used all your luck on those 46s.
I know I used all my luck on this 46s.
But you didn't lose a hand, so win.
This is true. I have two in both my hands. Jake, you gave me a great idea.
Sweet.
Oh.
I like giving ideas to Elona.
Jake.
Quit hitting yourself.
Yep.
Using his fist to punch him.
Guess who's getting backhanded with his own fucking fist?
Oh my god. That's awesome. That is pure awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. There wouldn't be.
Let's go. Jake, you need to keep an eye out for the law. It's like when we were children. Scrappy. But you gotta watch out for the law, because Elona won't be paying attention in a fight.
I will watch.
Appreciated. Well, this wasn't where I was expecting this episode to go, guys.
Me too.
You made these characters. You should have known that was happening.
Well,
I'm a little upset Zav didn't gamble with us. He just didn't want to lose his hand.
Hands being chopped off. He makes a lot of money with his hands.
I would.
I'm
Yeah,
just
like,
saying, do you actually think Elona would have let Zav cut off his own hand? Actually, that is a horrible question.
That's a terrible question, because yes.
No, she probably would
She would have helped them.
Should have
Make
like
sure
hold
his
him
hand
down.
gets chopped off.
holding them down.
All
No,
right.
she probably would have made sure that. you
So,
kept-
all right. I guess it's game on. Okay, you guys all rolled initiative. Let me roll some initiative for my guys. All right. They are not fast to initiative, but when they stand up, I mean, you realize, like, bodybuilder types, but these guys are clearly incredibly built, fit dudes. Arnie has an axe in his hand, and the other two guys.
And is a G.
And he's missing a hand right now. But he did, cut off his own hand and drink a potion to heal it. Jake, you're starting off, man. These guys are pissed off at Elona.
What a surprise!
They
Jake
gave her-
is so familiar with the situation.
It happens. It happens.
Remember, so they're in melee. So the four of them are standing
Hold on,
around.
before Jake goes, Icky gave him inspiration.
Whoa!
Ooh.
All right, thank you, Icky. Look out,
Icky killing it. Always got my back.
dude, man. Icky does have the back. Look out. All right, there we go.
Always got my back.
Thank you, Icky.
'Cause Icky
Nice to
plays
see
a
you,
rogue.
Icky. By the way, glad you could join us. Always awesome to have you around. Yeah. So remember, so the four of them are basically in melee, standing right next to each other around this table. The other three of you guys can be kind of wherever you want in this area. So it's a busy street. There's lots of bystanders all over the place. So
We're getting the cops called on us, guys.
you guys are basically in a little corner by yourself, but stuck in a British accent. I love it. Yeah, I might be talking like my bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression for the next couple days. All right, so that's the scenario. You guys are on one side of a street, sort of off in a little nook by yourselves, except that there's lots of street traffic, lots of passersby. Jake, where are you and what are you doing?
I would have been. I mean, we were cheering on Elona, so probably like behind Elona, maybe 10 feet at most.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. So Jake sees these guys getting up, and the shit's hit the fan at this point.
Well, yeah, remember he
Which
got
he's
up and he
used
like
to.
threatened her, and she was like, "Bring it, bitch!" And he's like, "Oh, let's teach other lessons."
I don't want to use magic.
We teach you the lessons now and give you the test later.
And they're all within melee of Elona.
That's right. Like the four of them are sitting around that little table, so they're all like right next to each other.
Can Jake circle around and get behind one of them?
Let's see. Yes, you can go around one of them. So Elona would be on the street. Arnie would be against the wall. The other two, their backs would be open to either side. of the
Oh,
wall.
Arnie is all Elona's. One hand is. I'm
Okay.
not gonna take that from her. I wouldn't
Thank
do that.
you, Jake. Thank you.
So either
But
the other,
the two Bobs, Jake will try and get in position behind one of these two Bobs, whichever
Sure.
one is easier for him.
all right, yeah,
And while doing so, pulls daggers out,
all right.
and he's just gonna try and. Can you do non-lethal damage with daggers?
Or you could
can
knock
flip
them
it
in
to
the
the
back of
hilt.
the head with the hilt or something.
I just don't want to stab somebody in public.
Well,
Bryce
the thing
or
is,
no?
well, because in 5e, the thing is like you just do damage. Now you can do
You
like
can call non-lethal.
subdue. Well,
Yeah, you
there's-
can call non-lethal
but
in
there's no
5e.
difference.
It's a
There's no
full-out
difference.
rule.
but the only difference is that when they're reduced to 0 health, they don't die. They are unconscious.
Right, which is why I'm trying to avoid killing them.
Yeah, so there's just no, but attacking wise, there's really no difference between like lethal and non-lethal damage. There isn't a.
He's just worried if he gets a crit and accidentally kills a dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let me
I
tell
can do
you-
some serious damage
let me-
here. I'd like to use the butts of the daggers in the back. Like I'm behind him for a reason. I want to like try and knock out the
Right
first
at the base
Bob,
of the skull.
base of the skull, rabbit punch with the hilt of the dagger. So I'm not stabbing. I'm not doing stabby damage.
Doing bludgeoning damage.
Okay, all right, we'll figure out something. Sure.
Okay, so first attack either way.
Where's
Let's
my
go,
game? I know I
Jakey.
put this in the game
Oh, you
notes
did
somewhere.
remove all of the pips.
17. Oh, no pips. They're not allowed to have pips right now. They've been betraying me. And until they
17's
prove themselves, they're not allowed to get their pips back.
17's an
that's-
easy hit.
No pips.
So bright, blinding,
Very
the
white.
blinding dice.
So 17 on Bob. I guess one was the one. Let's go with
Are you
Bob.
going
yeah.
after the half orc or the non-half? orc?
Technically, my subdual rule is that once they're reduced to 0 hit points with a melee attack, you can choose. Oh, fine. You can choose not to kill them, but if they fall to 0, they start making death savings throws.
Okay, that's fair. I can stabilize. That's not a problem.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, because
Okay, so first roll is a
honestly,
17.
honestly, in the real world, if people are watching, if you've got a dagger out and you're attacking somebody, it's the same crime whether you're stabbing them or hitting them with the back of the dagger, right? The point is you have a dagger out and you're attacking them with a weapon.
All
And
I'm
that's-
saying is-
But it's a different charge if you kill them or just knock
no.
them out.
Killing
it's
them is
assault
a-
with a weapon
that
and
is-
murder.
right.
We can
That's
also
two
make
very
a
different
legal.
things.
We can also make the legal argument that they threatened me first.
Sure.
They attacked, yeah. They
No,
attacked first.
And that's a big thing in Waterdeep. Like, fights happen and assaults, okay, sure, that happens. And
These dirty pigs attempted to attack a noble. Are you telling me that these dirty pigs can get away with attacking a noble in Waterdeep?
We have this.
That
we have
doesn't
this
fly with me, and I
reversed.
sure as hell think it won't
I
fly
have
with my
this
dad.
reversed.
All right. Well, we'll have to look back at the video, see who attacked
Real
first.
fast, just for my questioning, are we in an area that's under the jurisdiction of Samuel Dean Melshimber right now?
Oh shit, you might be. Let's see. You guys are
Because
headed
I don't
north.
want to deal with that.
You guys are headed northeast.
I don't want to.
Are we in the C ward? Where is his father?
Yeah, actually, you guys would be kind of in the
Fuck!
C ward, headed towards.
Well, bye, Jake. Going to prison for the next 27 years.
Oh,
No,
man.
they attacked us. They attacked us. And we have a lot of favor right now within the city of Waterdeep, so I'm pretty sure we can get away with this one.
That's fair.
That's gonna be
And
awesome.
who are they
Jake's-
going to believe? Are they going to believe these dirty gambling pigs, street pigs, or are they going to believe a noble
Your
of
dad?
Waterdeep?
If it's your dad, they're gonna believe anyone who's not me.
Yeah, but you know not to talk when my dad's around. You let
That's
me do the
fair.
talking with my dad.
That's fair. Okay. Anyway, continue.
All
We're
right,
good.
so Jake, yeah, that's an easy hit.
Okay. So that would be that plus a little bit of this.
Hell yeah, Jakey.
So 12 damage total with the first hit.
Well, which is that, Bob or Bob 1 or 2?
Are you talking half orc or human?
The half orc.
Half orc is Bob 2. How about that?
Yeah, that was Bob too.
Okay, and then the second dagger is a 21.
That is big hit.
No sneak damage on this. So 5.
Just 5.
Just 5. No sneak damage. I only rolled d4s.
All right, 17 damage. He is wounded.
And that is Jake's turn.
All right, Jake. Jake, you recognize that those were 2 really solid hits, and this guy is sort of slightly wounded by that.
Good to know.
Zavroski.
Zavroski will call out to Bob number 1 and say, "Remember when that man chop off his hand like an idiot?" And then he'll cast Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah.
After.
His wisdom is
Are you rolling, or do you want me to drop it?
Let me put my save. I like making the save. What is that? Wisdom.
15
Not it when
DC.
it fails.
Wisdom save. All right, here we go. No. All right.
Wow.
He is.
Haha.
Oh no.
He
Well,
falls
just
down
shut the
laughing.
fuck, bitch.
All right. He is like, oh yeah. What an idiot.
He's just laughing on the ground, and then I'll use bonus action to use that Mantle of Inspiration ability. And Zavroski becomes super beautiful looking with magic swirling around him for a moment, and everyone gets some good old temp HP.
Wow. All
And
right.
you
Fine,
can
right?
use your reaction to move without provoking. But
If I'm right next
Sweet.
to Arnie, I'm not using.
that's
I will
only Jake might use that. But
Yeah, I think Jake will move it, and if Cole's going to move in, Jake will kind of do a little switcheroo with Cole.
Yeah.
All right.
Jake's always down with having somebody between him and people that are trying to hit him. Yeah, it's one thing he hasn't let go of since he was a kid. He doesn't like to get hit.
and Zavroski will actually move out of the area a bit. He's moving back to see a better lookout and what's going on away from the fight.
Zav, the new lookout. It earns Elona's favor, so it's smart.
It does earn Elona's favor. If you can keep me away from the law, you might go back to acquaintance.
Shit. All right. Okay, I got the wrong weapon on this guy, but this is okay. I think it's the same. piece. All right. Elona.
Yo. bitch.
Here's
Come
the
here,
bad.
Arnie.
Here's the bad news.
Okay.
He attacks you with the axe.
Okay.
Hits with a 19. This guy moves fast and hits really
Hard.
fucking hard.
Gotcha. We love that.
Damage. All right, yep.
Oof. All right.
All right, so take that. Attack number 2.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hits again.
Maybe I shouldn't have picked a fight with him, guys.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Yeah. Attack number 3.
Wait, what?
What?
3?
Oh man.
I don't like that.
I wasn't expecting this to be a fight, just FYI.
He's at
He
least
misses.
11th level.
He
Yeah,
misses.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right.
3
Yeah,
attacks
so
with missing a hand. Oh man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
well, he just picks
That
up the
shouldn't hit
axe.
hard because he only has one hand.
No,
Wait, is he using a great axe?
no, just the hand axe. His hand axe.
Okay.
Yeah, just that. Remember the axe he put on the table that was stuck on the table? The one he used to cut off his hand? He picked
Yeah.
up that same axe. Now he's like, but yeah, this guy's like, I mean, this like, he's again. You fought people and you recognize people who know what they're doing. This guy is
knows what he's
fast
doing.
and strong, and he is.
Okay, when in doubt, guys, seduction haka. It worked once, it can work again. When in doubt, just seduce the man.
All right, this brings us to Cole. All right, he is done, but yeah, he's basically he says the lesson. You must learn the lesson, and then we will teach you later. Cole Voidfang.
Let's go, Cole.
Cole will turn to Bob 1, not the one that's incapacitated on the floor, the one
Bob
that's
two
still
two
up.
and a half orc.
All right, that's Bob too. Yeah.
Bob 2, and in Orc, after activating his magic eyes, where he's got black and purple smoke just emanating from his eyes,
That's hot.
he's gonna speak to him in Orc. How dare you start a fight that's not one-on-one? There is no honor in that.
No, we only kind of provoked it, but okay.
It says she cheated. We are
She
punishing
did
her.
not. Your friend is a sore loser.
Yeah, what he said.
I promise you. And the smoke and the magic is going on in his eyes. You will not survive this day if you continue.
All right, make a persuasion check there, Cole.
Could that be an intimidation?
Yeah, sure. I'll buy that.
Hell yeah, Cole, let's go.
This guy might be.
Oof.
No! I'm using my inspiration.
I would
Let's
think
go.
so.
Let's go, Cole.
Oh no, not a 1. Where's my sad trombone? Hold on.
Oh, it's because it's not an attack roll; it's an intimidation roll. So you're sad.
Right.
I don't care. You still
It's
get you still get a
still
sad trombone.
plus 7, but
12?
only a 12.
Yeah. That is not going to handle it in combat. He pauses a moment. And he says, "She must have cheated. No one can roll that good that often."
It was 2 games, you fool.
And she could have backed down. You did pick the fight. Elona did pick the fight.
I know I picked the fight.
Yeah, so
tried.
12. Yeah,
that's
no.
That's my turn.
Solid try. But yeah, 12 isn't going to cut it at that point. Sorry. All right, Elona.
Can he use his action to summon his katana, but instead of his katana, it's a great sword version of his katana? And he doesn't do anything. He's just summoning it.
What? You can't silence a sad. No, you still get a sad trombone. I mean, you can re-roll the sad trombone, but you still get a sad trombone. I'm sad
Oh,
trombone.
Cole got
no.
inspiration. No, we're talking about Icky.
Thank you, Hickey. I'm just saying you can't silence the trombone. Trombone shall be heard.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
she gave me another one. So can I re-roll it again?
But
Fine. There's inspiration on the table.
yes, okay, fine.
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, if Vicky wants you to have another roll, you get another roll. Fine.
Jesus Christ.
Vicky, I'm
Sometimes-
sorry.
Sorry, Vicky, I have wasted your inspiration. Nice try, though. All right, so
But he's gonna summon his sword, and it's gonna be a great sword version of his katana.
Okay. All right. So you pull this sword as you're talking to him. You sort of pull the sword. That's part of your intimidation. Is as you pull this huge sword out of nothing. Cool. All right. Elona.
Yeah, I'd like to hit him with his own fucking hand.
Did he rate?
Thanks.
How much does a single hand do? Is that
I
a
assume
D?
it's like
Is
an
that a
unarmed
D4?
strike.
It's like a improvised
I assume it's
weapon,
like
I
my unarmed
guess.
strike, right? Or does that count as me being armed? But
No, I mean a
take-
hand doesn't do any.
It's definitely unarmed.
A hand, unarmed, unhanded, unhand him. A hand would have to be an improvised weapon, I guess. What's that? D2?
Then I don't want to use it.
I mean, it's
I would
not.
rather punch him in the face.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I'll just punch him in the face. It's cool. I'll just punch him in the face.
I mean, if you want to use his hand and still get your monk damage, I guess we could do that. That's
Yes.
fine, right? Sure.
I would love to do that. I will
Alright.
like if I need to make it I'll like interlace my fingers with his hand's fingers and then just punch him with it.
All right. Yeah, you got it. All right.
I can find ways around this, guys. It's
Sure.
fine.
Sure. There. Nah, well done. Well done.
What the fuck?
Knuckles?
I'm using inspiration.
Oh no.
Telling you guys got to punish your dice more often.
Oh
Gonna
no.
do
Like a bad child.
Hold on,
I'm
man.
using-
Can't let them get away with that.
We're burning through it. 11 doesn't even hit him
It's okay.
unarmored.
I'm doing a flurry of blows, so I have 3 attacks.
All right, do him up. Wait. He's got. Hold on.
Holding on.
Do you have armor on right now?
He should have 12, not.
I'm shaming my dice.
No, he does not. But he still has better than an 11. All right. Okay. So flurry of blows. Following up.
3 attacks. There we go.
Boom,
Nat 20.
baby.
And-
We're talking.
That means I can use what is it called? I wrote it down. I get more damage with that because I'm a monk.
Oh, savage attacks or whatever.
Yeah,
Your
savage
half-orc?
attack.
Oh yeah. That's
So
an
I
extra
roll
D6.
another die and add it to my extra damage. So 1d4 plus 4 bludgeoning plus another 1d4.
Nice. All right.
Savage attacks. Let's go.
Doing work.
And then.
Why are you attacking the great Zavroski?
I didn't mean to.
Take that, Zavroski.
Jack it off to Arnie. I mean, it's fair, but.
All right, wait, hang on. Wait.
Fix his house
Zavroski. Stop
Oops.
targeting.
Damn, I hate you! Rah!
All right, wait.
He's-
But you
he's
hit a
far away.
you hit
Can't
a
get
natural
hit.
20, so that should be 3 plus 4 plus a D4 for the critical strike, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 8. That's 11 plus your
Extra D4.
your savage
Oh,
attack.
Isn't that maxed because it's a crit? Or no?
One of the
Is your
dice
savage
is
attack going to be maxed, or are you just maxing one?
well, savage attacks gets all dice are doubled, right? So
No, you
savage.
just roll one extra
Just
savage
roll
attacks.
Yeah, but it's just like the rogue extra dag.
Sneak attack damage is technically doubled if I crit.
Yeah,
So,
so you crit.
No, savage attacks is only when you crit, you get an extra die.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
just an extra crit die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
you
just
don't
one
double
extra
that
die.
one.
Yeah,
Never
just an
mind.
extra die.
Fucking Arnie.
So is she rolling that, or is that one max?
Yeah, no, that's not max. That's just a roll.
Okay.
Wow, 1 point of damage.
Hey, we'll take it, man. 12 on Arnie. All right, he is wounded. He's like,
I get
ha
a third attack.
You
'cause I
just
used-
you hit like a girl.
Well, that's the fucking point. And
You-
I'm gonna punch
Oh yeah,
him
you
one more
see what I mean? See how I did that funny? Ha! You hit like a girl. Yep. No, never mind. All my humor's wasted.
time. 11.
That's 2 11s that missed just by the barest. He's like,
I'm gonna use
"Whoa!"
inspiration.
I'm
You
using
would've-
it.
both of
Using
those
it all
11s
on the
Both
alley
of those
fight.
11s would have hit him. They actually hit him, but
There
they
we go.
glance off of his oiled pectoral
Well,
muscles.
it's fine. I just re-rolled for my inspiration. I got an 18.
All right, take that off. 18 is an easy hit.
Okay. Go fuck yourself, Arnie, is really all I need to say in this situation. God damn it!
5 more.
5 points of bludgeoning damage to Arnie.
Oh, you dropped it on him. All right, good.
And not Zav this time. Oops.
All right. He's sort of wounded.
Sort of wounded. Help.
Let's see. All right, Bob one laughs. I think I have to make a savings throw for him, I guess, at the end of his turn. All right, wisdom
Why do I have
save.
temp HP?
I don't know. Did you accidentally type it? because I didn't drop anything.
All right, Bob 1 makes a save at the end of his
He
turn.
stops laughing.
So he's still prone. So basically, he's going to end his turn on the ground and sort of like, oh, man. That was a good laugh. Oh, man. He got tears right now. Like, that was good. That was good. That was really good. Bob 2 is...
Got Cole right in his face, drawing a sword.
But he also
Talking
thinks I
shit
cheated.
to him.
He also thinks I cheated, though.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, Bob 2 is just going to pull out his weapon. Not that
Is
weapon.
Bob 2 within melee range of me?
Yes.
Because of Sentinel, if he attacks Cole, I can punch him.
Oh, really?
I can punch Bob 2 if he, as my reaction, if he makes an attack on Cole, I get an attack on Bob 2.
Nice. All right. Well, he does. So Cole got in his face with that big sword, and he's like, "That's a nice sword." And he pulls out this great axe, almost as nice as this axe. And he attacks you, Cole, with this giant battle axe of his.
It's 16.
What? This guy? Are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
All right, he won't do that this round. He only gets one attack. What the hell? All right, Cole, one attack. 18
That
is a
definitely
hit,
hits.
unfortunately. Let's see the
Cole
damage.
has so many hit points, it's fine.
All right, 10 damage.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
And that's really it. He's like, "You're a good fighter. You have a good sword. You guys need to get out of here. Let us handle our business with the woman. We have no qualm with you."
When he says, let us handle the business with the woman, I just want to fucking smack him straight in the back of the head.
Elona, you get your attack because
Yeah,
he's
I
attacking Cole.
This big piece of shit. Oh. Well,
That hits?
14?
Yes.
Hey, yo, let's go, Bob 2. Hey, there it is.
All right, Bob
Hey.
2 is
8 points
28.
of bludgeoning damage.
All right, he's taking
You
28
mean
damage
this
so far.
business?
All right, Jake Dean. Bob 2 is taking 28 damage, and he is wounded.
Okay. No, he's just gonna come back in. Actually, Bob 1 is on the ground, and Cole is dealing with Bob 2 now, right?
Yep.
All right. Jake's gonna come in and start focusing on Bob 1 and try and keep him out of the fight altogether. Well, he's still prone on the ground, so then I'll get advantage on my attacks against him.
All right, and he is in melee with a friend, so that would still be sneak attacks as well.
So, first attack is a 17,
Easy hit.
and that will be 7 damage to start on Bob 1, and then another sneak attack, another 9 on Bob 1,
Woo-hoo.
and then he'll make his second dagger attack,
Oh, we need some epic music.
which is an 18.
You didn't attack with advantage, though.
That's okay, I rolled an 18. Actually, you know what? I'll roll
You
again.
might crit.
Might crit.
Nope.
I'll take the
Nope.
18.
Ooh, I'll take the 18.
Definitely not it.
Yeah, it's the opposite end of what I want to do. So another 6 damage on Bob 1.
Let's go, Jakey.
Wow. All right, Bob
That'll
1.
end Jake's turn.
That's a solid bit of damage, man.
One is so proud.
All right, Zavroski.
Zavroski will notice his magic stopped working, so he turns and looks at Arnie and says,
Remember when you cut off your hand?
"Sure."
Hey, Arnie,
Remember you cut off your hair like an idiot?
I was following the rules.
DC 15 wisdom save for Arnie.
Oh, poor Arnie, man. All right, come on, Arnie. You should make this. Make it out of spite, Arnie. Oh, no. Arnie made it. Oh, man.
I'll use the Mass of Inspiration again to give temp HP to the frontliners, so they hopefully don't
I like temp HP, thanks.
that makes me very happy.
get too hurt or die.
All right, that does help.
Arnie has 3 attacks.
All right, anything else, Zavroski?
No, that's it.
All right, Arnie.
Let's go.
Sorry, Elona.
Yeah,
I must
that's
teach
fine.
you. I must teach you the lesson. And you over there with the bad jokes, you're next if you don't leave now.
Bad joke.
Let's see. All right.
Your
One
friend
attack
was laughing.
on Elona. I'll kill him later. Uh-oh. All right. Miss. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Miss.
You ate
What?
All
right.
What the hell?
He's so distracted.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
One hit.
That
Not bad though, man. His
Boo.
he's
Hey.
gonna-
You ace this though.
wow. Yeah, but a +7 to hit to miss twice. That's actually pretty good.
I'm okay.
All right, this big axe hits, and this guy hits harder. Like axes shouldn't be doing this much damage, but he's like
It's fine. How?
max damage.
Way to roll max damage, right?
Pop me back up to 1, goddammit.
I didn't. All
Pop
right,
me back up to 1.
you're at 1. Sorry.
I'm not unconscious. Please take that effect off.
Yeah, no, you. But this is so this is a guy. Like I said, this axe. He is melee weapon does 1 extra die of its damage. This guy is like when he hits you, he hits like a truck. Like I said, he's fast and strong, and he
shit.
just hits harder than the weapon should be allowed to hit.
That's your pocket.
And he hits you, and he's like, take that, and you like, you almost go down, and you're like, oh. Not quite. He's like, whoa.
Making me bleed my own blood.
All right, Cole.
You'll see Cole do his classic as the ravens fly. As the ravens fly. But on this great sword, and it looks like a spectral wing has become the blade of this sword.
Raven's wing.
Ooh,
Papa,
nice,
motherfucker.
nice.
And then he just faster than you've ever seen him move, and with a sword bigger than him, just a quick downward slash.
Oh, I love
As
it.
he looks at Elona, making sure she's
Trying
paying
to see
And
she's
he- and he
noticing.
winks.
Elona is not paying attention. She almost just got
Oh,
down, man.
come on. That's a hit.
15.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Oh,
Yes.
jeez.
Beautiful.
That was the half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Bob too.
46. Holy shit. Woo. All right, he's heavily wounded now.
Need Bob 2 for me to kill so I get the 10 HP from killing him.
So, and
Actually,
you, if you
You
guys
fight
haven't,
Arnie.
if you guys don't know about
he-
Fantasy
he
Grounds,
now, instead of being wreathed in crackling energy, now has literal feathers from the wing embedded in his body.
yeah, this dude's cool.
If he moves, they explode.
Ooh,
I
That's
love it.
badass.
All
new
right.
flair.
Anything else, Cole?
Need a favor.
That is Cole's turn.
Nice. All right, Elona.
Okay, so Anna would say run, but she'd get an attack of opportunity. I would say disengage and run. However, Elona's flaw is if someone. Two things. Mainly, if someone, challenges her might, she's gonna stay and fight. So unfortunately, Elona has to stay,
Oh, that's
and
bad
Elona
news.
has to fight.
Oh man. All right.
Come here, Arnie, bitch. I'm gonna die, guys. It's fine, right?
No, you're fine. It's fine.
Oh, death. Is it double my HP?
Oh,
that I have to go into
Roy.
Yeah.
Before,
5e doesn't have instant death. It's always goes to death
Oh.
saves.
before
Well,
I end my
if
turn,
he
I'm
does-
gonna step away from Bob 2.
If he does 28 damage to you, you
Step
do
away?
die in one hit.
Yes, I have mobile,
really?
so
Oh.
he won't get an opportunity attack.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
But I'm
I
tr-
thought
I'm,
there
I'm
was a
trying to make him move towards me when it's his turn.
Ah, gotcha. All right. All right. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing there.
Why do
yeah,
I have-
you're right,
why
John.
do I have to- Why?
You're still unconscious.
Yeah, Roy, make me unconscious.
Oh, sorry. Lona.
You still hit with disadvantage, so I'd say that's a hit. Roy, yeah.
Sure. I was gonna just have her re-roll, but sure,
I can
fine.
reroll.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We'll take the hit. I'm easy.
I don't need your pity.
Okay, re-roll then.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
bad.
7.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did you get to him? Yeah, you got it to him. All right.
Alright, next.
That's it.
No. I'm still punching. 25.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
so close.
I know.
If only you had improved criticals.
7 points of damage, and I'm taking. Do I do flurry? No, I'm doing flurry of blows. Flurry
Of
blows.
course you are. You
Well, I
would
was gonna
never
say
do
dodge.
patient defense.
I did
No.
patient defense once. I did patient defense once.
She is trained in combat. She's not completely stupid when it comes to fighting. So
but
she
it's
might
also-
take
I'm
patient
talking
defense in
more-
this case.
More her attitude
Yeah,
in
and
this
this
situation.
Arnie
is
really
fuck
pissed
them.
me off.
Fair.
20 to hit. I assume that hits. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right,
Good
8
round.
more. Damn, man, you've done almost 40 damage to this guy.
Isn't-
Yeah, and we
isn't
want. I
flurry-
need to go down.
Isn't flurry 2 hits?
It's 3. No, it's not 2 hits. So I get
Main
No,
offhand flurry.
She did 3.
main
she did
offhand
3
flurry.
attacks. She's good.
Yeah, but isn't flurry of blows 2 hits?
She
It
did 3
is.
hits total, so she's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
main,
got- yeah.
and then
Okay.
flurry of blows is the
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
can't. I wish I could take main martial arts and flurry, which would give me 4, but that's not how that works.
All right. So Bob 1 stands up and has his. He pulls out a great axe as well, and
Oh, I
like, you want to stab a man when he's down, do you?
Whoa, they have remove effects built right in now?
apparently. Or Roy installed the enhancement.
I might have. I've installed.
If you drop effects on somebody, you can remove it yourself.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
I thought you could only do that with the
All
extension.
right, Jake. Oh man, Jake nimbly dodges the great axe attack. Bob 2, the half orc. He is like, oh no, come here, you, and he steps towards you.
Attack of opportunity. If he steps out of my way, I can hit him.
How far did Cole move?
I guess he'd have to. You know what? He's fine. No, he's berserk. He's like, you coward, hit me, will you? I'll show you. So yeah, so take your opportunity attack if you want. Cole, what's your spell on him?
He takes another D8 of thunder damage
Roll it up, baby.
as those feathers embedded in his body explode.
Ooh, all right.
You did 6 points of damage.
All right,
to
take
him with my attack of
6.
opportunity.
Uh-oh, he might have should have done this.
So 7.
Ooh. He steps up. Ah! I'll end you. And
I told you you would not survive the day.
and he just recklessly comes at you. He's just like throwing this axe. Ah!
She's a barbarian.
He
Yeah.
attacks you with advantage this time.
This is going to hurt, guys.
You have plenty of HP. You're fine. Ooh.
Until he
Do
crawls.
I? Do I?
Maybe not. Right,
My
Cole?
dice rolls suck. Just
You're a half orc too, right, Cole? You can just pop back up, right?
I don't know that trick.
Look, it's a D12. He could roll a 1. I could totally roll a 1 here.
But you won't.
But aren't... Oh, okay, so they don't get max dice good.
Oof. Ouch.
Cole.
Damn.
All right,
It's damn good
Cole.
they don't.
That was a big hit. Well, he almost did basically. It was 1 point difference. And by the way, the crowd all around you has like spread out, right? So the crowd's like ah, and they've all scattered. So there's this big open area in the street all around you guys now, and you guys of course hear people says, "Hit the guard! Call the guard!"
Yep, your dad's getting called on us, Jake.
But there's kind of like a big
Oh,
ring.
my next turn, I'm
Yeah.
telling them to. Somebody get the watch. These people have attacked a noble
But this is
and
kind
his
of
friends.
like, but this is kind of like those fights, you know, where there's like a ring of people, and everybody wants to watch. So they got out of range, but they're all like, ooh, watching. You know, you can probably even see some money exchanging hands in the crowd already. As
Bets are being made.
all
They
right,
better be
Jake.
betting on me.
So is it an action for me to call out, somebody get the watch, these pigs have attacked nobles?
Nah, you could just call it out as a.
Okay, so Jake would start his turn by shouting out to somebody in the crowd, somebody get the watch! These pigs have attacked nobles for no reason! And then he'll continue to defend himself against Bob 1. And he's standing now, yeah. Okay. Damn. 14?
Oh yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Beauty. And roll this 2. And then we'll just drag that onto Bob 1. And we'll drag that onto Bob 1. Okay, and then second attack. A 7, I'm guessing, is going to miss. Actually, Icky gave me inspiration. I might as well use it.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be like an easy one, like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We're done and move on with our day. But this turned out to be a serious encounter, so I'm glad I got that extra inspiration.
That's why
There we go.
Does a crit hit?
Here we go.
So that's max dice plus 1, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it just did it for me. So one of the dice was maxed out anyways. So that's another 10 damage on Bobby Boy.
You still should do one more because your random die was 4, so the green dice should always be max damage. So I'll just give him one more damage.
Okay.
That's Bob 1, right?
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Like I said, the green die
Jake your inspiration,
for
not
a crit.
Cole.
For a crit, the green die will always just count as max damage. So. Yeah,
Perfect.
So,
And with those 2 blows to Bobby Boy, that ends Jake's turn. He's done what he needs to do.
wow, Jake. All right, man. This dude is heavily wounded now as well. Zavroski.
I'm so low.
Trying to end this.
He's gonna shout to Arnie and say, Arnie, you've shown us how well you can hack away at an unarmed woman. Perhaps we should lay down arms before people are killed today.
Like me.
I'll give you a persuasion check for that.
Does he get advantage because Arnie would know the Watcher on the way from what Jake yelled out?
In fact, as I was starting to say, Jake, I'm going to give you advantage because someone just told him that he's attacking nobles, and that is a big, big no-no here in the city of Waterdeep. Granted, you don't look like a noble, do you?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, not really, not full out, but I have noble papers on me. I have my writs.
Putting on the Ritz.
All right, so let's have a quick aside. So he's like, who? What is this noble? None of you are nobles. You attacked us. You cheated in the game and you attacked us.
Perhaps you
None
know
of
the
this is
name of
true.
Melshimber, and you attacked us after accusing her of cheating.
She attacked us.
She did not even cheat. Your
She
friend's just a sore loser. Can't even be a man like you and chop off his own hand.
Alona's like profusely bleeding from the nose, but is like pointing to Zav, being like, "Yeah."
If
we
he
just-
if he had lost Fan Square, he would cut off his hand like I did.
He did lose Fan Square.
He's a chicken shit.
Ooh, Cole.
Get it. Get it.
That's Cole.
All right. So he
Morale check.
Guys, I'm just letting you know right now, if he runs, Alona's gonna hit him, and it's gonna be Sentinel. He's not moving anywhere.
Oh, you know what? This is a great time for a break. So
Why?
I gotta think about this. I need a minute. I need a minute.
A cliffhanger.
I need a minute. All right, we are
I
going
just don't want to deal with
to
Jake's dad, who's gonna show up.
we're gonna do a quick 5-minute break. And
Play
then
the intro again.
after that we'll find. Oh yeah. So after that we'll find out. Okay, here's our cool new intro. We'll be back in 5. See you then. Don't go anywhere.
rate's at right now?
No,
Do you wanna
do
know?
I? All right,
At
let's see.
140.
Whoa!
Entering at 140.
My
All
heart
right.
rate is at 140. Please don't hurt Elona.
Let me.
Good cardio starting. Just
I don't
Who
know.
needs to exercise when you have D&D?
I don't know. I mean, I guess this is as much a statement on Anna as me, but there's a certain pride. I'm not gonna lie that you could take as a dungeon master when one of your players has a heart rate of 140 in the encounter, right?
Elona has 1 hit point left, and Arnie has 3 attacks. He can kill her.
You're like, what are your goals as dungeon master? Like, well, if I get my player's heart rates up to like 120, 130, that'd be fantastic. That really be
Oh, it
just,
dropped.
just
It dropped. We're okay now. We're at 112.
All right.
Still pretty
So,
fast.
oh yeah, I was supposed to think about all this, wasn't I?
Yeah. Did you just spill your whiskey?
No, I had
He
to.
just filled his booze.
I have kid things to take care of, man. I got.
As I take a sip of my drink.
No, this is my water.
That's
This is my
kid things.
water. This is just
Sure
water.
it is. I shouldn't be giving Roy sass right now. Elona
But
is in a very
this-
precarious situation.
This is a drink.
It's my whiskey.
This is my whiskey. This is my gun. This is for fighting. This. Never mind.
Can we get back to the fight now, please?
Yes.
I'm scared.
Fight continues.
All right. So yeah. So Arnie. Oh, we got left on the persuasion. Yeah. So okay. So this whole thing started because Bob accused Elona of cheating, and
Yes.
Elona was like, "Fuck you. What are you gonna do about it?"
Yes.
Uh,
Then Arnie friended me, and I said, "Bring it, bitch!" And then Arnie attacked.
These are all facts.
I did nothing wrong.
well,
I
that's
did
not a
nothing
fact.
wrong.
That's not a fact. That's actually it's a false fact. That's an
I
incorrect
did
fact.
nothing wrong.
All right. So you guys hear whistles in the distance. Whistles that you guys know are the sound of the watch kind of getting here.
Zavroski's gonna touch up his pirate disguise a bit more so he's not recognized very well, and kind of starts moving back into the crowd a bit.
All right.
I'm not with him.
And Arnie looks at you all and he says, "It seems to me we all have a lot to lose by continuing this fight. Maybe we should just go our separate ways."
That is fine. Take your lying friend with you.
He's talking to Elona actually. As he's got his axe up, ready to attack again. It is his
Give me that
initial.
look, Hector. You know what needs to be said
I
in my
know.
character.
I know.
It is his turn. It is his turn. And he
Elona's
says,
gonna spit in
"No
his
sense in
face.
no."
Trying to die.
It's Elona. I can't not play my character.
Yeah, but she's not that dumb. I don't think. I think you're giving her too much dumbness.
I don't see, but it's not dumb. It's a flaw.
Okay,
It is
fair enough.
literally written out in her character.
Jake's got flaws too, but he's been overcoming those flaws. That's kind of how a
It
character
is,
arc
it's
goes.
okay for flaws to get you in trouble. Flaws don't have to necessarily kill you. They could just get you in trouble. But that's you play your flaw.
So whatever
you
you want to
play
play.
your flaw.
If
Yeah.
you want your character to die, by all means.
But he's basically offering.
Once someone questions my courage, I never back down, no matter how dangerous the situation is.
Nobody questioned your courage, though.
He kind of did.
He questioned your honor. That's not the same as courage. Those are two different things. And technically, it wasn't Arnie who questioned your honor or your courage. It was Bobby.
Fuckface.
Bobby boy.
Could just try and barter that he has to chop off his hand because he's a lying cheat.
Yeah, his friend has to chop off his hand because he's the lying
Well, we're
sheep.
short on time here right now. There's not a lot of negotiations to go on right now. He's just Arnold is basically saying we would all probably go to jail for this. There's no sense for that. I suggest we end these hostilities and go our separate ways.
Fine. I'm not giving him his hand back. That bitch is staying with me.
You keep the hand. The hand will remind you of the hand of a man who cut his hand off.
That would be true. That 100% hand that cut off. Yeah. You should stick around though. Just see what the god wants. Just see. I want to keep him here is the issue.
No, they're not leaving. They're basically. He's like, hey, and they sat down and they're like, they're all like armed and they're looking at you and they're like, so you guys gonna? What are you guys doing?
If they're backing down, then I assume we would back down as well. Jake knows he has the upper hand if the watch show up, so.
Which they're going.
But the watch is on the way. Like you can hear the whistles and
Cole will make his sword
there'll probably be a couple of rounds.
disappear.
Yeah, if everybody's putting weapons away, weapons go away. The
Elona
watch
will-
is almost here. You guys better run now while you still have the chance.
Elona will wipe all of the blood that is gushing from all of her face.
I think Cole would agree on this, that Jake and Cole would kind of like try to catch Elona as she's probably like a little stumbly right now.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
Jake and
she's
Cole will
not
do
doing
the.
good on her feet at all.
Because I don't think either of them could bear the weight. I think Cole and Jake would like each take an arm kind of thing to
each
catch
side,
their
just
friend.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
Zavroski's gonna make his way to the crowd towards the guards, and he's gonna start shouting in different voices using his actor feet about how the big burly men attacked these people.
Oh,
He's gonna just be
that
big-
is evil.
Nice,
There it is. There it is.
Oh, evil.
Nice,
All right.
Zav.
Maybe persuasion check. Zav, let's see how successful this is against the guards.
I love it. I
Wow,
love
Like
it.
that guy in the back of the crowd.
That's
they
pretty
hit him. Yeah, I saw them do it.
That's
Oh, I know they did it.
Yeah, and he's just changing voices over and over again.
Oh no!
Nice, Zav.
Oh, Zav, that is
Boom.
so brilliant. Holy shit! Oh my
They even
god!
brought out, they even brought out great axes and started hitting people.
And they do like, and in fact, you say that in a few different. In the first voice, it kind of says it, and the second time you do it, it starts catching, and pretty soon the whole crowd's like, "You guys attack them!" Yeah. So like the guards start making. They're like, "Make way, make way, make way!" And this contingent, in fact, two separate contingents. So there's like a dozen guards that come in here within just a few seconds of
And
each other.
he's continuing trying to do that on the outskirts of the crowd as he moves around.
No, the crowd picks
Even-
up your up your thing. They're like, oh yeah. Like they're pretty quickly the crowd becomes convinced that what happened here was that those guys attacked these guys. Oh, it's so evil. Oh my god. And a 21 for the persuasion. Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh. All right, so the guards, they come in there, what befalls? And one of the guys sitting next to the guards like, these guys were hanging out, they were doing something at the table, and all of a sudden, those big musclehead dudes picked up axes and started attacking them. I saw it right there. Which, I mean, yeah, it's the power of persuasion in crowds.
100% correct.
And the guy next to him says, yeah, me too. They saw it. And the guy's like, what? You liar. That never happened. You all liars.
Zavroski's gonna be
Look
shouting
at
from
my
the crowd
face.
again, reinforcing the story.
Oh,
Do you
man.
see it?
Hit me in
Do you
the,
see the wounds on this woman?
you hit me in the face with an axe.
They
What do you
attacked
mean
an
that's not how
unarmed
that
woman.
happened? No arms.
All right. So to make a long story short, the guards completely arrest these guys.
Let's go.
Yes.
And these hold on. This is so funny, man. This is all right. This is why I talked
Partially
to
through the explanation of what's happening, though, Elona, half theatrics, half reality, is going to stumble her way into a chair to just kind of collapse. Make the story a little bit more believable. Also, she has one hit point and is heavily bleeding.
I love when all right. So you sit there, yeah, you're totally selling it. I was talking with How I Nerd in our discussion, and he talked about like why we play D&D, and I'm like, this is why we play D&D, because this is like a small okay. Technically, to meta this a little bit, this is like a small random city encounter, right? I actually had a really funny, the way I expected this to go, right? The way I thought this was going to go.
Yeah, how did you think this was going to go?
Okay, I thought that you guys were going to see these guys. You guys are going to be intrigued. You're going to get involved. You're going to find out that they're actually going to chop their hands off by losing, right? And so I thought, hey, cool. One way or another, you guys weren't going to get involved in the chopping off of hands, and you would leave this encounter, right? You would leave it completely. Then I thought maybe in another day or two, you guys would encounter these guys again, right? Only this time, they're not gambling for hands because they've already chopped off their hands. They're actually now gambling for feet. So I thought this was going to be just like a little funny sort of like mimic encounter, Sure.
No, it's turned into the fight of the episode.
Now it's the fight.
The fight of the episode, the fight of the series. I don't think we faced off against anybody. I don't think we've had as tough a time against anybody. Even the Hag almost.
Well,
Yeah,
you
the
guys
Hag wasn't
fought-
even this tough, actually. I will
You-
say that.
you
Though
guys-
she had just put Elona and Cole to sleep just before it ended, so who knows how that could have gone.
It was
by.
one person. This was a fight against 2 berserkers and a gladiator. So if any of you guys run games, gladiator, he's the guy that gets 3 attacks around, has over 100 health. He's
Oh boy,
How much
Yeah.
damage did I do to him? I just want to know.
39.
Not enough.
Not even
Almost.
close.
Not
He was down-
enough.
He was
Yeah.
down
Not
to
even fucking
he was
close.
down to 73.
How's Bob
he was down to 73 health.
doing after that big hit?
Oh,
I hit
Bob.
him?
Oh, yeah. Bob. So Bob 2, the Bobs each had 67 health. So Bob 2 was down to 8. And Bob
was so
1 was
close.
at 25. And the only reason Bob 2 survived was because Jake broke off and attacked Bob. So you guys kind of split off and were kind of 1v1 in those guys. Had Jake put any attack on Bob 2 would have been down. But Arnie's gonna fuck you guys up.
heavy
Like
hitter.
Arnie wasn't messing
You
around.
you chose the wrong one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so all that aside, so now this is actually an incident, and now these guys are NPCs on my NPC list because you guys got them put in jail and they hate you.
That's okay. Minuteman hates Jake. These guys can hate me.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are building up great friendships.
We made friends, we made enemies. It's life.
You know.
Finger guns and walk away.
Let's see. So this is the let's see, Arnie encounter.
Wiping away all of the blood.
All right. Whew. I love
The
it.
fucking axe wound and probably her clavicle.
Oh yeah. No, that dude was hitting. I mean, he's like I said,
He hit
and-
hard.
Dude, gladiators are badass. They get 3 attacks around, and they get an extra die of damage on every attack.
That's bullshit.
Every attack, yeah, basically double damage dice on every attack.
They're strong dudes.
It's out of control. So, and he usually has armor and stuff like that, but I at least took all his armor off. But
Thank God.
all right, so these guys are hauled away by the town watch. And they look at you, and Arnold says, "This is not the last you've seen of me, and I don't mean just my hand either."
I'm gonna.
No.
No, I'm not. No, I'm bleeding too much to do the dumb thing I was gonna do.
All right, so you guys, eventually the crowds and the guards interview you, and you guys give them, whatever story you give them, and they.
I will let Jake talk for me because
Yeah.
I think it's a horrible idea for me to talk for me.
No, with
Well, plus you're like half unconscious in a chair, kind of.
I am also half unconscious.
yeah, with Zavroski basically turning all the eyewitnesses against these guys. This is like this is a non-incident, a nothing. So, John, that was fucking brilliant. Like,
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was
fucking
genius.
brilliant.
Loved
Like,
it.
killing me, So stuff like that, where you come up with this brilliant idea and you roll a 21, I'm like, fine, whatever.
I'm sure Jake's dad will hear of this though. So
Oh,
that'll be-
no doubt. So in the
He'll
meantime,
just hear of the incident. He doesn't. No names were exchanged.
That's fair.
Well,
And
the
his son got
guards-
jumped,
no,
according
the
to this story.
the guards took your state, like they took small statements from each of you, and they know who you are or whatever.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Yeah, sorry, no problem. I mean, this is Waterdeep, but everything is recorded and such. So you guys were headed to, remind me again, back to Rashal the Page Turner.
A cleric.
Troll skull.
the tree
The
person.
local
Maybe,
monastery.
maybe we want to just like clean up
can-
and
can
heal
we-
a
Take
bit.
me to the
Can
monastery.
we go visit your
Yeah.
potion hookup?
Oh yeah, we close to he who has no name.
Oh no, he's way down in the dock ward. You guys are.
Also, second
side of
and
the city.
more important question: when they were taken away, did they leave the 30 gold that we had in the pot?
Important questions.
Very important.
And my guess is yes.
At the time you look at that, the gold is gone.
God damn it! I lost 10 gold.
Oh, you gained
Gained
30
10
though.
gold overall.
I think you netted 20. That's pretty good. That's not
I
bad.
did net 20.
Yeah.
We need to go.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Someone just
When
needs
you-
to carry me to
You're
our
not sure
next
who
location.
exactly took
What's
it.
the equivalent of a hospital here in Waterdeep? Because that's where we need to go.
No, we can
Um,
keep going. What's
you know,
that? What's
churches.
that? What's
Churches
that?
are known to have clerics who have healing magics. That's pretty common. Potion places. have healing potions that you can buy. Those are fairly common.
What was
Fine.
cheaper,
I'll just,
potions or cleric?
It's
I'll
gonna
just
come out the
sleep
same,
it off
honestly.
later. It's fine. We're fine. Let's keep going. We're fine. I'll just.
Actually, I guess we're going to a place just across the street from our house, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
All
can
right,
just
cool.
clean up, rest up at the Troll Skull, and Zavroski is feeling all right, so he's willing to just talk to the guy on his own. If we can wait and all go.
We'll just all go right now. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. So you guys.
I feel
get
like she
to-
does one of those, like, goes to stand up out of the chair and then just kind of, wait, I just need one more minute.
One more.
What she does is she goes to stand up and realizes she's not quite right on her feet and takes Jake down with her when she tries to steady herself on Jake.
Jello leg.
I'd like to make a strength check to try and hold her up.
So, all right, sure.
Good luck.
It's at -1. It's still a 10. It's
I think
still
a 10
10.
works. I think a 10 works. I think a 10 you can stabilize somebody sort of leaning on you.
It's,
Like, "Oh, whoa,
it's
whoa,
not the
whoa,
first
whoa,
time
whoa."
that she's been
This
Yeah,
fucked
jacked
up.
that's
up
true. And you kind
around
of
you.
Jake's done this before.
The strength Jake has is from holding Elona up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all the muscles.
That's right. That's right. Plus, he's good. Like he knows all of Elona's angles at this point, so he knows the right angle
She
to
knows,
get
he
at to
knows
hold
exactly
her
where her
up.
center of gravity
Yeah,
is.
you
to
know,
just
it's like
hold her
yeah,
up.
done this lots of times.
But with Jake's help, she'll walk with the group.
All right, so you guys get to Rashal without further incident, and he's there. Fala is still outside the place, holding up her sign.
Are we taking a short breather and clean up
Nope.
before, or were we
Just,
straight in?
We're just talking about paper. Let's go.
All right.
yeah, what's he gonna do? Punch me in the face?
And so Fala like, what are you?
Follow, my friend. I have good news.
Yes, you've come to shut him down. Yes.
No, not shut him down, but he won't be using Duskwood anymore as long as I can get through to him.
Well, good luck with that, because I've been trying to get through to him for weeks
Oh,
now.
but we've got a contact through the Blackstaff that will convince him. I'm sure it will work.
Fazra Blackstaff?
Yes.
Why, that's amazing. You know her?
Yes.
Personally.
What? Oh, you
We've
must tell
worked
me.
with her a few times.
You must not. You have not. You must tell me. You must tell me all the details. Tell me.
Well, let's solve your problem first, and
yes.
then we can discuss other things later.
Okay,
We
okay.
have another potential fan for Zev.
Yep.
I'll come help you. All right, so you guys go into the.
Vara, your attention's a bit high between the two of you. Maybe we'll do the talking to convince him. So you.
No,
I
you
don't
talk. You talk. I'll stand behind you for support. Don't worry.
No, you should.
I'll be
stay
very
out
quiet.
Here. No, you should stay out here.
Well, I guess I kind of have to stay out here. He won't let me in his shop, but I'll look in the door and cheer you on. Don't worry.
Very well.
Once we go inside, Cole will make sure that the door is closed enough where she cannot come in.
Pull the curtain.
And Elona can body block by the window so she's not seen.
Yeah, that's the last thing you guys see. She's like trying to see around Elona through the window.
I'm injured. I gotta lean up against the wall. Like that's just it's for my own. I just gotta.
All right, so you talk to the dragon dragonborn here in the shop, and he greets you. Ah, friends, welcome back to Rashal's shop. How can I help you today?
Rashal, I have great news. We will be dealing with, as long as you agree to terms with the Blackstaff, mind you. Follow will be out of your hair, or scales, I should say.
Terms with the Blackstaff. That's dangerous.
She owes us a favor, and she said she would hook you up with her supplier of the Zelinter tree.
Whoa, wait.
Write your scrolls.
The Blackstaff owes you a favor?
Yes, we did some work for her.
Oh, my friend.
Earlier today.
Oh, my friend. You do not know the ways of the Blackstaff, do you? The Blackstaff.
This is going to be more complicated than we thought.
She owes.
Elona might like her all of a sudden.
The Blackstaff owes no one favors. She gets people to help her.
I mean, we already did, and it was actually quite profitable in the end anyway, so I'm not too worried about helping her.
Oh, I have no doubt that she will encourage you to continue to help her. But you should know, my neighbor, the Blackstaff has her own agenda. And
Everybody
that-
has their
Don't
own
we
agenda.
all? I
Doesn't
mean,
everybody?
No, you don't understand. The Blackstaff is willing to sacrifice anyone and anything at any time. You do not want to be on the list of things she is willing to sacrifice, my friends. Trust me on
Okay,
this.
well,
Do-
she's
do
not
you
going to
want-
sacrifice you. She's just helping you get a hookup with the
No.
Zenitor.
I'm not
trees.
talking about me. I'm talking about you, my friends. If you
Very
are
well.
in her consort,
Noted, my
if
friend.
you owe her
we're
favors
fine.
or she owes you favors, I assure you, you are on the list of people she will sacrifice in an instant. Do not associate with her, my friends. It is dangerous, dangerous grounds.
But what is life without a bit of adventure and danger?
Just protect yourselves if you do.
Just-
Be on.
Just know that working with her has gotten you this great supply train. The only thing that she did want in return from you is to have you take an oath that you would not work with the Xanathar Guild, which I believe shouldn't be a problem.
Xanathar Guild. What do I know about the Xanathar Guild? I'm not associated with the Xanathar Guild. What do you-
Exactly. All
what
you
do
have to do is take an oath that you'll never work with them, and you have this great supply of the Zenitor tree for all your magical scroll needs.
Oh,
And-
you're serious?
And your friend outside will stop bothering you.
I suppose the business I'll lose from the Xanathars is less than the business I lose from Fallout there driving people away. See?
Plus,
These-
we are willing to help you if Xanathars are bothering you. Just come to us.
I'm not
Yeah,
worried
I already
about
have
them.
trouble with the Xanthar, so what's more?
I'm not worried about them, but notice this is the kind of deals you get into with the Blackstaff. She's always going to make you trade and choose the lesser of evils. Have caution, my friends.
I mean, lesser of evils doesn't sound too bad. It is the lesser evil.
Just take the paper. Like, really, just take.
So,
Look,
she gave
I'm
me-
tired.
She gave me this for you to write down that you agree to the terms to send off to her.
And then your
Yes.
supply chain
And
will
then-
be complete.
Seriously, just take the paper. I got my shit beaten in.
Fine,
Just take
fine.
it. I want to go home and nap.
Fine. No. It is fine. It is fine. I can do without the Xanathar's business. They are. I don't know.
Nothing but
much anyway.
thugs. You don't need them. Yes.
Indeed, I agree. Actually, I agree. Well, my neighbors, I am glad you were able to help out. I do appreciate it very much. Where, neighbors, heed my warning on the Blackstaff. I bid you farewell.
Already.
Perhaps I'll have dinner at your tavern tonight.
You are always welcome, my friend.
If you would do me one favor and let Fala know so she would lead the front of my shop, I would appreciate it.
We
She will
definitely
be
will.
informed.
She's peeking around, trying to get around Elona's shoulders, trying to see around Elona's shoulders through the window.
Girl, I'm 6'8". Good luck.
Yeah, she's like she's looking through the little crack in her armpit, but she's like, "What's in yours?" All right, so you guys have accomplished another quest. Awesome.
Does he have any scrolls of cure wounds?
Actually, he might. He has.
Fine.
Because yeah, we didn't get any payment for this from this guy.
You're supposed to get some discounts on his stuff.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking.
He could throw in the cure wounds scroll for free, I think, maybe. He'll probably want to choose his words
he's got
wiser once I am
arcane.
Greyhand.
He's got arcane spells. He does not
I'm
have
just gonna
healing
apologize to this man
scrolls.
for bleeding on his things as I'm standing here.
I mean, I think
Sorry about the blood.
So sorry,
Zavroski
so
probably
sorry.
would have used prestidigitation a bit to make it so you're not bleeding everywhere.
Fair.
Yeah, no, he's got
That's good
arcane.
for-
He's an arcane spell guy. He's not a.
Gotcha.
Does he have any like magical items, or is it mostly scrolls? and
It's
books?
scroll. It's all scrolls and books. Yeah.
You know what's good for loot, guys? Drugs.
Oh, true.
Really good for
Zavros-
loot.
Very true.
Zavroski is gonna look through to a book to learn more about dragons. He wants to read up on his buddy Zelfarn, and he's also gonna
All right, yeah, you can find a great book on the history of dragons. That'll cost you 2 dragons.
Dragon for dragon.
Get it?
All right, he just buys that, and he's like, "I'll take this one at full price. The discount will get on something a bit more special in the future, I think."
Oh, yes. No, I definitely owe you a favor. I do appreciate your help. Thank you. Where am I warning, friend? Where am I warning?
Eric, like a coat?
All right, so
If he has like anything else on
That
like
was an Elona thing.
on fantastical beasts or anything like that, Zavroski's getting interested in these kinds of creatures, so he's gonna.
yeah, he's got. I mean, so this is a store that's got scores and scores and maybe probably hundreds of tomes of books. So you could probably find, if you're looking for like sort of mundane.
He's gonna
books.
start stocking the library in the manor. I guess he should probably take count of what's actually in the manor first before he buys too many. But
Yeah, sure. This is one of those
It's
things.
actually 3 copies of that same book.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Library.
person
3
who
different
buys-
printings.
There
Yeah.
could be.
That
Should-
buys more
including a
books
first
and he still
edition.
has like 6 books to read.
Well, this is one of those things where like books are cool, right? So the way I think we can work books is we can just sort of set it as a measure of wealth. So you can sort of determine how much you want your library to be worth, and then you can invest that
Right.
kind of money, and then the library could be worth that much money.
Right.
Now, it's not a public thing, so there's not really a profit margin to be made on that, but you can pretty easily sort of store your wealth as books. Does that make sense? So if you've got 100 dragons.
I mean, Zavroski's just buying them for himself because he's.
Yeah, and you could totally do that. So books,
Selfish.
we can treat books as
Well,
like
you can read his books. I mean, you're not going
Can't
to.
read. How dare you?
some pictures in
He's
here.
spending
damn
his
it.
own gold right now, so.
But yeah, books are a great way to have wealth. So I think we can sort of have books and yeah, so that'll be good for wealth. So Fala, you guys are able to tell Fala that the Duskwood trees are safe. She thanks you and she says, "Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. You should come up for tea. We can go up for tea and we can talk all about everything you know about the Blackstaff over tea. What do you say?"
Zavroski would love to. I need to go fix my face.
Yes, I think a few of them want to go rest a bit from some unfortunate
Ah,
encounters
yes.
earlier.
Zavroski
But
would love
Fine,
to
fine.
spend time with you
Another
and
time,
you
then.
alone and not in our house for at least a couple of hours.
Fine. Another time then. Another time. You have helped me out tremendously this day. Thank you so much, my friends, for saving the Duskwoods. If you ever need potions, come visit me. I have a great inventory. Great inventory.
Wait, did you say potions?
Yes, of course. That's what I sell.
We could use a couple.
You can see took a nasty gash there.
Got the axe
where you
wound
can
right here.
see my shoulder blade through the wound.
like Cole's arm is kind of just like hanging.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I can't see out of either of my eyes.
oh, yeah.
Just
Well,
a flesh wound.
Yeah, just a flesh wound. Cole, if you want something else,
Just a mere flesh wound.
let me know.
I'll bite your ankles off.
Yes.
That is a legitimate offer, Cole. If you want something else for that wound, let Elona know. Wink, wink. Nudge,
all right,
nudge.
so she'll give you guys a
Oh.
Cole
give you guys a
would not
20%
want to cut
discount.
into your limited supply.
she'll give you guys a 20% discount on potions if you want. To cut to the chase, she has 5 potions available. Can I give you guys? Is there a list of this at all?
I don't
She's
know if
got-
you can share parcels very easily, but maybe.
Well, it's not a
Without
parcel list.
getting
It's
into
a list. So she's got potions: animal friendship, climbing, healing, greater healing, water breathing. She has all those available.
All right.
Healing
What we got on those healing potions?
with a 20% discount. Healing would be only 40 gold. Greater healing would be 200.
Whew.
Can we get a couple reggie potions?
But basically, you can buy whatever you want. So potions of healing 40 gold, potions of greater healing 200 gold. That's a 20%
How's
discount.
our party funds looking?
Oh, just use the party funds. We got plenty.
Yeah, we have 430 gold pieces.
Man.
Well, that doesn't even
We
count
already
the
have-
platinum.
We also have one potion of healing already in our group party.
That's true. It's true too.
Let's get a couple potions. You take 2, I'll take 1, and we'll go take a rest, and then we'll go talk to Ambrose.
Healing, so you know, healing is 2d4, greater is 4d4. And remember, in this game, potions always count as max. Yeah. But, or you can rest, so, you know, up to you.
Zavroski
it's good to
suggests that we take a rest and see how we feel if we need to take the potions first. He has a little bit of magic he can use to maybe soothe some of the wounds that we've encountered.
Okay, so
Plus, we can always have a couple drinks over at the bar.
Sure. So short rest. that's like
Alcohol
your version-
heals all.
that's
Are
your
we,
version
you
of
guys
it.
can
the
still buy
booze.
the potions just for
Yeah.
backup.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, so-
probably good to get 2 more potions of a healing, regular ones.
Let's
Yeah.
buy 3. That way, there's 1 for each of us.
Mhm.
Okay.
3 regular potions of healing. So that's what, 120 gold?
That is 120 gold, correct?
So
Let's
that's
see. Do you guys have access to?
10 gold pieces left.
Unless Jake multi-classes to cleric.
Oh man, take that 1 level dip into life
All right.
cleric.
Let's go, Jake. We're all gonna take like 1 to 2 level dips and things.
I'm not. I haven't decided yet. My character, like, I wasn't supposed to go arcane trickster. He was supposed to go fighter at level 5, but things change in game, and that changes his actual story arc changes what he's going to do. So
Elona's changed too.
cleric is on the table.
All right, so 4. So you guys have
Oh
4.
God, I have no clue.
All right, 4 potions of healing are now in
Say,
the.
say hello to the Raven Queen.
It would probably be, well, Jake's actual patron is Timora, like, just in general. His family worships Timora, so he comes from a Timora family.
It's all about the luck.
All right, let's head
That's
back
right.
to the tavern, and
Take naps.
Elona needs to do some drugs first because she fell unconscious. That's twice in 1 day she's done drugs, guys. Just want to point that out. It's not a problem, I promise. And then she's gonna sit alone in the corner and feel very, very
Oh.
bad that this man bested her.
Actually, you don't feel bad at all right now.
Well,
you
I'm-
actually feel pretty
You're
damn
right.
good.
I'm feeling great.
Emotionally.
Emotionally bad, physically amazing.
That's all far away. You know what? He might have
While,
bested
while you're
you,
in your own
but-
head, you hear the faint tune of Zavroski playing a song of rest for everybody. So
All right, so you guys are gonna short rest. Is that the official term?
Short restage.
Do
All
some
right, let me
drugs.
see. Let me get rid of the non-friendlies and then
Use some
short
hit
rest.
dice.
Feel free to use hit dice if you'd like.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. Cole and Elona, you guys can both use hit dice if you want.
I'm using my song of rest.
So is
Same.
Elona using this wish stuff
Not
in the
much.
open now?
Yes.
What's it like?
Are you asking me? Like, are you asking Elona?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. What's it like? I've
I
never
mean-
done. I've never done wish. I've never even heard of wish. Like, where'd you even find this stuff?
Friend?
And he's
mean,
just a friend.
you can try it if you want, but it just helps. It helps you feel less shitty when you get a punch to the face, which I know you're not very familiar with because I've taken most of the punches to the face. But it just you can try some. I'm more than willing to let you try.
No, I'm okay. I just wondering what it was like. That's all.
I mean, I feel a hell of a lot better right now.
In fact, you
as-
feel fantastic. You feel just
Yeah, I feel fucking great.
so-
Her fucking pupils are dilated to the
So
size
fantastic.
of saucers, though.
Yeah.
They are
She's got
so-
cocaine eyes.
There's
She
no
has coke
iris.
eyes. And she
Yeah.
has a little bit of like a shake. She has like a little bit of a jitter, but it's not that noticeable.
yeah. Everything is
Well, it
just
might
like
be noticeable to Jake because
all your troubles are just so far away, and you have like that whole sort of body, just sort of
Yeah.
tingle, that body warmth. It's just like your whole body's just like
Everything feels great.
so
But no,
good.
I may or may not have gotten into it when I did some dumb things at the monastery, and someone may have bested me. More
Basically
than
the
normal.
same fight you picked today. It was basically.
Listen, if she wasn't high right now, she would be sulking.
No, this is actually kind of perfect because this is exactly like the fight you picked today is the fight
Is
you
the
picked
exact
then.
same fight she picked in the
And
mon. I'm
that's how
aware,
you started
Roy.
this whole. Yeah, I'm with
aware.
you. No, I'm saying this for like people,
Oh.
everybody else. Yeah, this is like exactly your sort of road that you,
For out of character, Elona basically, as a level 1 monk, picked a fight with someone who was easily level 15. And she got her ass handed to her extremely. And if she ever sees that individual again, that will be the only time you see Elona scared in her life.
Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, Elona, in typical Elona fashion, Elona couldn't stop. So she had to just get beat into oblivion. And then
damn near died.
Yeah. And they sort of gave her some drugs to ease the pain. And, well,
They weren't good enough.
here we are.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're more than welcome to try if you ever want some. I got you. Same thing with you, Cole. Zavroski, I don't see as that you would enjoy it because they're fun, but I mean, if you want them.
Oh, I have plenty of fun. You haven't seen me drink till I black out before. What's happened?
Oh.
Alcohol's the only drug that Zav drinks.
Oh, really? I think we need to do that again.
Usually I'm too busy performing to get too blackout, but maybe
Well,
one of these
but-
one of these days we'll have a good party.
I have heard tale of his talented drinking. I believe he would drink you under the table, Elona.
Oh, he would what now?
Yeah, actually, I've been drinking with Zav. He's a pretty good drinker, Alone. He'd be a challenge for you to like.
Oh. Oh. She's high. She got
Jake's right down with what Cole's throwing out.
For your
Let's get
when you're
drunk.
high,
Don't we have
Come here.
Cole? Don't
When
we
you-
have things that we want to do today?
We could do it tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it. Come here. And I'm gonna go behind the bar and grab.
Alona, when you're high, you may not care as much about those things.
No, I do though. No, I do.
Oh, all right.
It's Zav. This is a point of honor.
But I will mention that on the drugs, I don't know how much better you handle your alcohol.
Probably much worse.
Just saying, mixing alcohol and drugs usually results in.
And a fantastic I mean, a terrible time.
Yes.
Cole and Jake
For
have
the
now
re-
poked the bear.
I
And
would
it's
like
a point of honor for Elona to drink. Y'all know what you're doing.
Elona, do you want a fair contest when you're not already on something?
I would like to say our official stance here at Nerd League Gaming is that we do not endorse the use of drugs nor alcohol.
No,
Unless you're
terrible.
We don't
Terrible.
endorse it. Just saying we don't
If you're of
endorse
age
it.
and it's legal, then
So-
it's fine.
Be smart.
That's right.
Jake's
No, I
a
want
whiskey.
to. But here, we'll do this. Zavroski. Hi, Elona is gonna go up to Zav and like grab him by either side of the face. Listen.
She's
What we
really
can't
strong,
do-
by the way.
What?
I said she's really strong, by the way. She's like,
Yep. Your face is really smushed.
Listen. So this is what we can do. We can do it now. We can do it now, and then when I'm not feeling fantastic, we can do it again, and then we can compare and see if it's I just kicked your ass twice.
How well would you take it if I actually do drink you under the table, though?
Honestly, I'd be impressed.
All right, bring out the shots, Jake. You know what I like.
Let's do it. I got the bartender. Leaf, you don't worry about it. You're off for the afternoon. Let's do this.
This
see-
episode makes me so
Leaf.
happy.
In fact, you see
All right,
the
Cole is gonna grab all the shot glasses and make a pyramid in the middle.
I don't think
Leaf-
Roy and I covered what happens to my constitution modifier when I'm on drugs.
Jake's waterfalling those shot glasses right now, so you better
There you
figure
go.
it out.
Leaf. In fact, Leaf grabs another bottle. You see the bottle, and it's like the bottle's like,
Oh, he's helping.
Yes, go ahead, help him, Leaf.
Zav's gonna kick.
In fact,
my
you do.
ass
As
in
you
this
guys
drinking.
pour the shots,
I
as you
don't know,
guys
it's
pour
more
the
about
shots,
rolls at this point.
Leaf
Yeah,
basically
but I
grabs
have a +1 con modifier unless the
I have
drugs do something
+2.
to me.
Leaf grabs the 151 and just starts putting toppers on
hell
all
yeah. Let's
the all the
go.
shots.
I love 151. I can't drink anymore, but I genuinely loved 151.
All right.
By the way, I filled the last 5 shots with absinthe, so.
Oh, for
Perfect.
God's
Let's
sake.
get crazy.
All right,
Alona's gonna
great.
become
I
rabid
don't know
and bite
wait,
someone.
Bees, no. Bees, I want to say again, we do not endorse drugs nor alcohol on
This
this
is a
channel.
mature stream. We're fine.
This is a mature stream, and this is pure fantasy role playing. we would not endorse people to actually
Wish isn't a
take
real drug. Just
drugs.
because she has coke eyes
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's coke.
Yeah. So look, no drugs and no drinking. That's our stance here, okay?
I feel like this is a good time to point out that on this very day, I'm 29 days clean and sober.
What? 29 days? Why? What happened?
29 days.
What happened?
What happened?
Why?
It's, when it all
Trying
boils down
improve
to it.
himself, Roy.
I feel like I feel like I knew you,
Fox
but
and I,
now
the sober crew.
You just-
Let's go,
You
Fox.
just punched Roy in the gut.
wow. Great. I'm the big lush.
Oh.
All right, now I'm going to have to stop drinking too. Jeez. All right.
Taking Elona, the troublemakers in the game, but sober in real life.
On the for real, I can't personally endorse that more. Like I recognize that whole thing. I know that drinking's a terrible idea, but I'm still doing it for now. So I'll stop
Especially
myself.
when you're on drugs.
All
Let's
right.
do shots.
Hey, congratulations, man. 29 days is a
Cheers.
big deal. That's like a month, right? Fucking month. That's
almost a month.
Yeah.
Almost a month.
and that's habit forming. Like that forms a habit, right? 3
21 days is when is technically when you
3
like
weeks.
break a habit. But I had some frustrations the other day, and it's the most I've wanted a joint in a long time.
Yeah. No
To be
shit,
fair,
man.
I already didn't drink, so
Well,
Hey, look at you go.
good for you. See? So I was right. We don't actually endorse drinking. I love it. Or drugs.
Or drugs. Hector.
All right. So what do rules what do rules look like for
I have done nothing on
Oh, yeah,
camera.
this is easy.
On
Okay.
camera.
All right. So I guess each shot let's treat it like exhaustion, okay? We will
Do
treat
we
it
get free drinks after a con mod or no?
So I get
Or are we just
one.
rolling for everything? I mean, I only get one more on you.
Unless the wish changes my con modifier.
I
It's
like
now
free
a
drinks.
0.
I like free drinks for the con mod. That's a good idea. All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll do, if you guys want to do shots, fine. So we'll say you get free shots up to your con mod, and then we'll start using levels of exhaustion. At level, so basically, when you take a
this is
shot,
interesting.
it's like missing a day of sleep. You take a shot, and then if you fail a con save, you have a level of inebriation. If you take another shot, you have another con save. So every shot is a con save, level of inebriation. You have the same effects based on level of inebriation as you would have for exhaustion. Level 6 inebriation means you are passed out, you're blacked out, you're dead. So,
Not
Hold
dead,
on.
dead.
well, no,
Blacked
but yeah,
Death
blacked out.
saving
Blacked out.
throws
Right.
for alcohol poisoning.
All right. So, all right. So, shot round 1, you guys can both take evenly. Shot round 2, Elona, you're gonna have to
start
make a
rolling.
save. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a con save, so no big. Oh shit. We need a
What's
DC.
the DC? Are they going up
I assume so.
at levels of inebriation, or how are they going?
I assume it would start at like 10 and then go up.
Let's do. Let's start at 10 and add +1 per round. +1 per save. +1 per save you make. Each save is successively harder. Oh shit. All right. I need
already.
a
No,
pencil.
no.
Elona, you have a.
Inspiration.
Oh what? Oh come on, Elona. All right.
Pride.
Was
What
that
the
your
fuck?
Is that your last one?
I have one more,
We got one more.
which I will use.
Oh man, Alona's playing hardball. Uh-oh.
What?
All right.
Well, Elona's drunk.
Okay, after 2 shots, Elona has 1 round. No, well, you have 1 round of inebriation. That's like buzz. You have like you catch a good buzz. You're on drugs, Elona. You're,
Elona's
floating
feeling
right
now.
great.
Yeah.
Elona's feeling fabulous.
oh shit, you're on drugs. All right, Elona, you should be making these saves at disadvantage because you're on drugs.
Well, she already failed the first
Yeah, I
one.
already
Well,
the
she
first
failed.
one,
Yeah.
so
So yeah, sure. All right. From now on, you make disadvantage. Okay. So shot number 3, you guys both have to make a save. DC 11 now.
I'm gonna clink glasses with Zav at the table.
Yeah?
So, yeah. When she's high and drunk, Elona is pleasant. What
Oh
the
my God,
fuck?
Zav.
Zav. Jeez.
Hey, we knew this was gonna happen.
I told you he was a good drinker.
All right, Elona.
2 points of inebriation. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, round 4. Saves at DC 12.
You need to come to more theater after parties. Lots of drinking. Lots of drinking.
Listen. Let's give Elona the benefit of the doubt. She did spend 5 years in a monastery, so no drinking there. I'm assuming.
Not noticeable.
That's awesome. This is
Drink
this is as
number
good as the.
4.
Oh man, this is as good as the theater
Oh,
scene.
he's getting a little
Oh
buzzed.
no!
Oops, I forgot to make that a disadvantage.
Oh!
I'll roll one more time because I forgot to make that a disadvantage.
Oh,
I'm fine.
still make it. All
Still
right.
good. Still good.
Needed
She's
that one.
better when she's drunk.
Wow. All right, so Zavroski has 1. Elona has 2 levels of inebriation. Round 5, DC 13.
What are Jake and Cole? Are they just watching this?
Oh, I'm having a beer and watching.
We are enthralled.
Ready for this.
Okay, let's go, Zav. Go ahead. Go first. You have lower levels of
Oh
inebriation.
no,
than me.
Zav!
It's fine.
Oh no!
Oof.
All right,
3 and 2.
3 and 2. The just for the record, what is the
This is like point match Zav right now. Jake's on the edge of his seat. He's never seen Elona actually lose a drinking competition, so
Well,
this is
Elona
something
came
new
in.
for him.
You did
Elona
in
ca-
the yawning portal. She lost.
Was I watching that?
I think so.
Geez, that monastery really fucked you up.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jake, I'm sorry. She's like drunk, really upset right now.
All right,
Sorry,
Yeah, you guys-
Jake, I'm not doing you proud. I'm so sorry.
yeah. So this is like, but and Elona came into this like pupils
Already
dilated,
very
right? Like she was,
high.
yeah. So
Already.
all right. So let's see. Elona has disadvantage on attacks and saves. Speed have disadvantage on ability checks. Zavroski only has speed have
Well, I'm
disadvantage on ability
assuming
checks.
when I just pass the fuck out, her exhaustion points will come back.
Oh
Only,
yeah,
like,
yeah. No, yeah.
They come in
this is-
increments, though, right?
Yep. All right. So it's 3 to 2.
Savvy boy.
Shot number 6, DC 14.
Man.
Zav makes it. Oh. Oh, Elona at disadvantage. Ouch.
This is the
dice
best.
Elona.
The dice.
This is the
Oh.
best.
Oh. All right, Elona, your hit point maximum is halved. Oh man.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's
Disadvantage
fine.
is the
It's fine.
worst thing. All right.
Fine.
You
Does
can,
anyone's tongue feel numb?
you can, you guys could quit. You guys could just call it.
It's the fire whiskey. It's a little bit numbing, but it
Zav's
tastes
loving this.
great. Another.
It tastes great.
Another.
Zav, why aren't you this fun normally?
Zav's always been this fun. You just never gave him a chance, Elona.
It's never been fun.
This is why this is Jake's motivation to even indulge in this, because he wanted to prove to Elona that Zav can be a fun guy.
Absolutely.
Drinks.
And
Zav
he's
puts stack
on
another.
fire.
Wow. DC
We go
15.
again. Whoop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. Woo!
Another one. What?
Oh, being on drugs is bad.
Woo!
All right,
I love
Elona,
it.
your speed is reduced to 0.
I'm
Elona's
sitting
like,
on this chair anyway.
Yeah.
I think
Does
I
she-
think she's gonna pass out soon. You guys
I
wanna?
think you're gonna pass out soon.
All right.
Next one.
oh, Zav fails. Oh, bad.
He's getting a little hammered.
Come on, Elona.
after, what, 7 shots?
No!
And
Elona-
there it is.
Is that
Elona
7
sits
or
in the
like
cha-
8? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're around 8
that
now.
was round 8. Yeah. So Elona's like, and these aren't like the little shots you buy in bars. This is like a bartender
They're
just
like
pouring you a
2-ounce
cup
shots.
of
doubles.
yeah. Like
Cole jumps over the bar and tries to ease her fall.
yeah. Elona sits in.
Jake is just watching.
She's been.
I
Sitting
was
in the-
going to, but Cole stepped up first, so.
She's been sitting in the chair for that, and Elona's like, "Oh, I got this," and she's like trying to find a table to put her shot glass down. She throws it against the wall. And is like,
Perfect.
"I win!"
Yep. Yep.
And Cole's under her like, help, please.
All like 300 pounds of muscle that Elona is.
So what do you guys do with Elona?
Now listen to this. I was working on it on the boat. On the boat. It's about the great bronze dragon Zalafan. He searches for treasure here and far. Scales are great and bronze and. I'm working on it. So
That was amazing. That was amazing.
This is
Wow.
Oh,
That,
man.
please, thank you.
Thank
we
you.
need more drinking
Thank you.
contests.
So now Jake and Cole are the only real fucking.
Oh
Lotus
my
has to fuck out on the
goodness.
floor.
And Zab's what? Three?
8
Zav
levels
is
deep.
down
no,
pretty
Zav's
good.
had 8 drinks so far. 8.
Yeah. And he's got disadvantage on like everything at this point.
Yeah, he's got 3 levels
That's
of
what he sounds terrible. Well, drunk and not that great.
No, most rock stars are wasted when they're on stage
Yeah.
performing. So let's be fair.
I mean, let's see. Even with disadvantage, his performance would be. sounds. He actually
23
sounds,
sounds
it
great.
actually sounds
Fantastic.
great.
I told you, all the great rock stars are
He
wasted
just
on
can't.
stage.
He can't make the song up as he's going right now. 'cause
I
he's-
want someone to have a
Well,
conversation with
wasted.
Drunk Zav and get to like the heart and soul of Drunk Zav.
I
Oh.
need to
Jake, should we leave her here or get her to her room?
She's on the floor, dude. Have you ever tried to lift her up? We barely did it when she was helping us.
But there's 3 of us.
Does that really count right now?
You think I'm gonna? I could help you with like a hand. I could lift her arm.
I got her, don't worry. He like jumps over and just lands on top of her. I got it, I'll help you, don't worry.
Cole will try to pick Elona up and
Good luck, bitch.
I mean, I'll give you, like,
Yeah.
I'll help, but
You
Jake's
guys
been
can-
through this before. He knows it's better just to leave her on the floor. Maybe bring down a pillow.
Yeah,
Bring her a pillow and a blanket. That's probably your better bet, Cole. I'm just saying that. You could cradle her in your lap, and then when she wakes up, you'll be the first person you see. There you go.
She is so strong
Nudge,
and
nudge, wink,
big. I
wink.
don't
Get in
think we
there.
can move for Cole. I don't think we can do it.
okay, well, I will do.
But the
like
pillow,
said and go grab
great
her
idea.
pillow and blanket.
That is, Jake always has great ideas, like the
And-
pillow
and-
and,
and
the blanket.
when
good-
he
good
comes
ideas.
back, he will have 2 pillows and 2 blankets.
Just in case.
Oh, is that for me too? I
Yes.
don't know if I could stumble up to my. Well, I could
He
probably do
hands
it.
Zav.
the pillow and blanket to Zav, and he
It's
like
just Zav
tucks
way. You can pick up
tucks
Zav.
Elona into the floor of the bar.
All right, so she does. She cuddles up on the bar, and the patrons that are hanging out, they've been kind of hanging out, watching there. They're like,
patron.
"Oh yeah, you guys, it's an open bar. Like
It's an
there's-
open bar.
Oh, it's always patrons, yeah."
Good,
they were
then they
cheering-
all see how Jake's funneling
And
the
then-
alcohol that they didn't use back into the bottles.
Zavroski's gonna be like, "Who wants to hear me sing?"
We all do.
He goes up on stage and has a great drunken performance for everybody.
Oh yeah, fantastic. That's really good stuff. And so I'm gonna. I know you guys have -80. I'm gonna add 5 dragons to the party treasure for the performance tonight. Between the show and the performance. Well, actually, let's see. How good is it? Oh, you rolled 23. Yeah. Okay. Let's make it 8 dragons. 18. There you go. 8 dragons for the fantastic show tonight at the Troll Skull. I'm sorry, not Troll Skull. The Spirits of the Hydra. Spirits of the Hydra. Whew. Oh shit, we're out of time. All right.
We're the greatest bar in the world.
Yeah. So it's just a rockin' night at the Spirits. Like that whole shot thing just kicked off this party night, and it's just like it's
People
banging.
dancing around Elona's
Oh
body.
yeah.
It's passed out for the greatest party ever.
When Elona wakes up, she has a stack of shot glasses on the corner of her forehead.
Y'all are
Yeah.
stacking things on you when I'm unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Y'all did it before.
Oh, Jake's going back to childhood. He's got some paint and he's painting a mustache on her. He'll
She
blame
will
it
know
on
it's
Patreon.
you. She will know it's you.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
If
It'll
that
probably bring
becomes
back fond memories.
that
And he'll
becomes
be
a-
like, "Hey, Jake, look in my bag. The disguise you could put
Oh
the
yes!
hat,
Let's dress her like a pirate.
the pirate outfit."
Yes! The greatest night ever. At this point, Jake's had a few too. We have just dressed Elona up as a pirate.
Oh wait, well,
Elona
now,
is going to kill someone.
well, now, okay, now what happens?
This is the best.
Wait,
Gonna
no.
be
And I
hungover
am
and
glad
angry.
I did not participate in this part.
All right,
Gonna be hungover
separate
and
from that.
Jake will take the hit. It'll be the first time he got hit this whole campaign.
Separate from that, there is actually a drinking contest that happens at the bar. And here's how the drinking contest goes. If anyone who wants to take a shot can. And once they take their shot, they have to stack their glass on top of all the other glasses stacked on top of Elona's face, right? If you can stack your glass and the stack doesn't fall, you get the shot for free. If the stack falls, you have to pay for the stack. And that's the drinking. It becomes a big contest.
That's a fantastic contest.
Yeah.
Do we make more money off that by any chance?
Yeah, sure. We'll give you 2 more dragons for that. Sure, fine.
Because I'm not going to compete in that, but I'll collect the profits of them buying them
Yeah,
drinks.
sure. No, that becomes a thing, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah." And eventually, at the end of the night, of course, some drunken sot knocks it over and has to pay like a whole 2 dragons for all the drinks that were there. So you guys made 10 dragons tonight by frolicking in your own bar. Fantastic. Tomorrow,
Elona's gonna be hungover and angry.
tomorrow's a little tougher day. A little tougher. You guys have all been drinking a lot from last night, and the morning happens in the goddamn it, Spirits of the Hydra. Right, Spirits of the Hydra. And you guys sort of make your way down. You find yourselves at your table down in the bottom of the bar, in various degrees of hungover from the celebrations of the night last night. Elona, it appears you have a mustache drawn on your face. Is that right?
And a pirate hat and a cloak. And she's got the boots on,
A pat.
an eye patch.
She's got a hook hand.
We dressed her we used Zav's disguise kit to dress her like a pirate. Like what? Listen, Jake did it. We won't include Zav in
And
this.
she
What?
wakes up like this.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, you know the deal. If you pass out drunk, this is what happens.
I don't get turned into a fucking pirate.
You did this time. And you missed the greatest party the bar's ever had.
It's a pretty serious party.
You know, loud noises right now, not a good thing.
Sorry, I'm just excited.
And she's gonna like put a finger up to Jake's fucking lips and just. Oh,
So you
God.
guys, in fact, as you guys are sort of getting through this, the door opens, and in this early morning part, in walks this old lady, in fact, and you kind of look and you're like, oh, and it's Auntie Ruth.
Auntie
It's
Ruth.
Auntie Ruth.
Yeah. And she's coming in, and she's actually got
still drank a little bit off.
She's still a little drunk.
yeah. And Auntie Ruth is like, hey, darlings, I wanted to come visit you guys. I heard you guys were open. I haven't been able to make it all this time.
She's gonna like push herself off of the ground and like hug her.
Yeah. Oh, I love you so much. Hey, darling, you are, oh, my darling. Did you and Jake get together yet? No.
No.
Yeah, I know. I just look, an auntie can hope, right? An auntie can hope. Come on, give an auntie some hope. Come on. You smell.
Auntie Ruth, have you been drinking this morning?
No, but she has.
No, she just drank a lot last night.
Yeah, I did. I beat him in a drinking contest and she finds out his ass.
Drinking? Oh, you kids cracking me up. I tell you what, you kids are crazy. Come, look, I brought you guys some bagels. The bagels. Auntie Ruth's bagels. Yes. Here, have.
Elona's gonna eat like 6.
Yeah, so she got this little basket, and she's like, I just wanted to come see you. Jake, my boy Jake. You know I miss you, Jake. We never come see your auntie. You never
I
come
just
see-
came and saw you the other day. I cleaned out your fireplace.
And that's why I wanted to come see you, Jake, because we don't spend enough time together. And I heard you open this place. You're a business owner now, Jake. I can't be more proud of you. Oh,
Definitely. Did you want a coffee?
I'll take, sure.
We brew
absolutely.
fresh coffee in the morning. Let me get you one.
What?
Elona's
Oh,
gonna stumble her way from Auntie Ruth and just kind of lean most, if not all of her weight on Cole. Because
All right.
she's still drunk. Good luck, Cole.
Roll that strength check.
all right. Yeah, so you guys share some coffee with Auntie Ruth, and she chats, and she just came to see you guys. She's like, I do, Jake. You live in town, and I live in town, and we just don't hang out enough. And I just want to make us hanging out a more regular thing because...
Well, I mean, you're always welcome to stop by. We have continental breakfast.
Oh, I totally will come by. Yeah, I'll come by. I'll bring you guys some bagels, some Auntie Ruthy bagels. It's awesome. It'd be good stuff. Jake, you've always been one of my favorites. And she's sort of just...
I was your favorite. What the hell?
Elona,
She said one of.
I could not love you more, my sweet dear Elona. I just
Flip
couldn't.
off, Jake.
Yeah, good for you, Elona. You tell him that Jake. And so you guys are kind of do your little banter, and then the door opens and in walks in everyone's favorite noble, Renair Neverember.
This one again.
He ain't Norm in this bar, that's for sure.
And he walks in and he was like, "Oh, friends."
It was quite the party you missed last night, Renair.
Don't tell me
should've
that.
been
I'm still
here.
kind of drunk too. Hell yeah.
I
No,
should
he's
have
just
been here.
hungover.
That's fair.
Look, friends, I wanted to talk to all of you because especially look, when you guys were opening, I may have said some things. I was drinking. I may have been doing some other things. I may have said some things that made me sound like an asshole, and I wanted to just apologize. I am sorry.
You gotta apologize to Cole. I'm just gonna like smack him a little bit.
Wait,
Cole,
is this a noble?
this
Actually
is...
apologizing.
I am indeed a noble. I said some things that were just stupid. I was in a moment, and I was trying to be all regal and stuff because someone of my position, my family, I'm supposed to do these things, right, that make me above others. But the truth is, my favorite place to hang out is at the dock ward. The bars in the dock ward. That's where I hang out. Those are the places I go to. And this place, I mean, this is no dock ward place. This is actually a pretty nice place. And I didn't mean to sound like some arrogant ass. And if I did, I just want to extend my sincere apologies.
In fact, a true apology.
True.
It is accepted.
If you could forgive me, I am sorry.
I can see it in my heart to forgive you, Renair.
As
And since we're offering forgiveness, any idea where your dad hid all that gold?
My dad...
Segue.
Look, if I knew where my dad hid all that gold... I
He's
would
just
and
kidding with you, Renair.
Auntie Ruth is actually, she's like, oh, I see you guys have a friend here. Oh, he's quite a handsome friend. Oh.
Get it, Auntie Ruth. Get it.
Oh, no.
he is a man of quite influence.
Oh,
This is Renair Dragon Ember, Andy Ruth.
Never
Auntie
Ember?
Ruth, if you need it, honey,
Renair-
I can teach you how to seduction haka, and he will not be able to resist you.
Renair,
idea, seduction haka, Auntie Ruth.
Auntie Ruth edition.
I don't know about
Just
The boobs
drapey skin everywhere.
No. So she's like, no. You guys are good. Look, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, Jakey. I'm gonna bring you some more bagels, and we'll have some more coffee tomorrow. But Jakey, what do you say?
That sounds wonderful, Auntie Ruth. Thank you so much.
I
We
love you,
appreciate the
Jakey.
bagels. Hope you enjoyed the coffee.
Oh, it was so good. She grabs your face and she gives you a kiss, and she goes to Elona. She says, "My dear, I love you so much. I can't
love
wait.
you too.
I can't wait till you and Jake are together. Just
We're not. That's not. No.
I know. And she gives you a kiss, and she's like, good. And she's like, she waits for us. And he's like, all right, well, good talking with you all. And Renair, he's like, nice to see you,
Why is she so into me and Jake being together?
Auntie. And so she walks out the door, and Renair, he continues on. He's like, yes. So as I said, sometimes I get carried away. I have lots of nights, and I drink a lot, and I do things, but friends, you are my friends, and you have saved me, and I know that you are people I can count on. That's why and at that moment, you hear this huge explosion outside. And the door of the tavern is blown in, and flames fill a portion of the doorway.
Who
And
let Elroth in this game?
outside the tavern is a huge fireball blows up.
Wait, did it damage the tavern?
Yeah, what the fuck?
The tavern better be okay.
I
For somebody to
suppose
pay.
we'll have to wait a week to find out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
Cliffhangers.
dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna end this week. We're going to
God, I
end
love
this week
Auntie
on
Ruth so
Renair
much.
begging
Such a mother.
forgiveness, Auntie Ruth visiting and leaving, and a gigantic.
Wait, was
fire-
Auntie Ruth outside when that fireball went off?
Auntie Ruth?
Did she just leave the bar as that fireball went
I
off?
think so.
Now you're invested in the fireball causer.
Definitely invest in the fireball.
Roy, you're
I
a
don't-
piece of shit.
I
You just brought Annie Ruth into this to kill her off?
What the
That's
fuck?
dirty. You just did Annie Ruth dirty.
That's some
I would
dark
never
shit,
do
Roy.
that. I would not do that.
Elona
That
would
would
cry.
be that'd be the shittiest thing by a dungeon master all week.
I'm thinking like
All
collateral
week.
damage style shit.
All week. That's
All
it.
week.
That's as
All
far
week.
as it goes.
Oh,
John, John knows everything. He's got all the angles. This guy. If I need to hire John for something, whatever it is,
What?
something.
hit?
Yeah, John. John's an
a picking
engineer.
contest, obviously.
A drinking contest.
Well, no,
Elona
that's
was
just-
high, okay?
Yeah,
Give me
it
a
was
second.
was
But she
unfair.
is massive. She's 6'8" and 300 pounds.
But she had
was hyped up
disadvantage on every
fucking
roll.
Wish, dude.
Yeah. At disadvantage.
Zavroski's 150 pounds tops.
How much does Zav weigh? I'm just curious.
I put 155.
And how tall is he? How tall is Zav?
5'11".
Jesus Christ, he's tiny.
I
This
hit
man-
that shit on the head.
Zav weighs less than me. I'm offended.
He's a wiry,
Jake,
tall
Jake
guy.
and Zav are basically the same build.
All right.
155.6 on Jake.
So unfortunately, we'll have to wait till next week. Next Thursday, we're gonna find out just what the timing was for this fireball. Surely, Auntie Ruth is not involved. Renair happens to be here, coincidentally at this time.
In her will, Auntie Ruth has and Elona must get together with Jake. Like that's in her will.
She might. She's always been that right. She's always been that aunt that's like, yes, she loved you both, and because she loves you both, she's like, oh, you both must be together, and that's just a thing that you guys like. Yes, Auntie Ruth, fine. Yes, whatever. So, all right. So giant fireball outside of not Troll Skull Manor.
Spirits of the Hydra.
Spirits of the
Thank-
Hydra.
Giant fireball outside of Spirits of the Hydra is going to cap this week's events. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to end this thing by saying, hey, look, follow us if you can. If you want to sub, that's great as well. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter. I'm going to try to be more active on Twitter. I really am. I'm just
Links
so
in the
bad.
panels. Check the panels out.
Oh
See
yeah,
the
links and panels. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that. Let's see. Tuesday is nothing. All right, so that brings us a week. 7 days from today, we're gonna find out the repercussions of this fireball. Until then,
Nerd out. Deuces.
these are amazing.